Am I starting? Who's starting this?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
okay,
running.
sure.
You're
Why not?
running.
I understand that. It's just not my channel. I didn't know if you wanted to say like, hey, we got announcements, we got some new merch. Make sure to like and subscribe, hit that bell icon. I don't know. Okay.
Well, you just did all that for us, so that
There
works.
you Hello, everyone. My name is Jake, and I would like to thank everyone here for one, letting me on this channel, and two, for trusting me in a cosmic horror game, which, by the way, did not pick it. And I am so happy that you are, because for some reason in my house it has been full with weird tentacles and stuff like that for years, and this is the first time I've actually ran Call of Cthulhu as a stream. So
Nice.
I'm very excited. I've ran a what was that, a Call of Cthulhu game made by another company. I forgot what it was called.
The Fate one?
Yes, the Fate one. Yeah. Fate of Cthulhu. I ran that. That was fun. I really liked the sanity system in that, or well, they didn't call it sanity. Anyways, but we're gonna go around. Everyone introduce themselves as we will introduce each of you as your characters. Let's start with Adrian.
Sweet. Hey, everybody, I'm Adrian, and yeah, you can find me here most of the time on the Beer Pin and Storytell here for the channel and playing a couple of games too. Otherwise, you can find me on twitch.tv/Kira858 where I play JCDS. And yeah, looking forward to playing this game. I love the mythos. As Eliza said recently, the writer was an absolute douchebag. However, a lot of other people that are not douchebags put in great work into expanding this universe. So it's cool. I don't think the SCP stuff would exist without any of this. So
No. I didn't realize you were into the SCP world.
I ran an SCP game using the Fate system for Halloween. It was great.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It's you and I should talk more. Anyways.
Yeah.
Lisa.
Oh, hi. I'm Glyza.
Liza, sorry.
That's okay. Also known as, the person who does not sleep, has a lot of streams. I will very much have to rest at some point. That is my full name, my full God-given Christian name. Please remember all of that. Anyway, I'm kidding. I am a podcast host. I'm a writer. I am a TTRPG player. My podcast is called Classical Adventures for One. It is a podcast that delves into classic books and all the impact that it has in all of media. So keep an eye out for season 2, where you'll hear from many indie podcasters, and they help me study and read all about Hercule Poirot and Agatha Christie. But season 1's already out, so I talk about Alice's Adventures in Wonderland there. I'm also working on a horror urban fantasy audio drama where there will be nightmares that have come to life, called Nightmare Hunt. It will showcase a lot of very special people that, if you are active in the TTRPG scene, you will know them. So if you want to check it out, keep an eye out. Again, I'll give you all the links later. But if you want to be one of my producers for it, if you feel like you want to give or whatever, check out buymeacoffee.com/classicalglyza. I also write on the Geekly Grind as a manga reviewer, so go to thegeeklygrind.com and see me discover new mangas for the first time every Sunday morning, and Wednesday morning as well. Today, I'm wearing my TTRPG hat, and yes, I am that player who plays on a lot of different channels and known for a lot of different secrets. You can find all of my links on bio.link/classicalglyza for the channels that I do the shows. But really, just follow me on Twitter as at classicalglyza, because that's where I announce all kinds of things, and all of that is going to be there. One last announcement: January 23 is Dragon Day, and it will involve a lot of dragon games. And it'll be a charity stream benefiting the Children's Burn Foundation. Keep an eye out on it. Today, I will be playing a character that I will not introduce because we're going to make it up as we go. That's kidding. I'm kidding. I actually did prepare, but I'm not going to tell you guys until later. but it's chaos time, baby.
Awesome. Megan.
Hey, I'm Megan. I do stuff. I draw. I'm a designer. I'm an illustrator. I end up on streams. I every other Friday on The Lawful Geek. Oh no, yeah. Sometimes I make stickers. Okay. On The Lawful Geek every other Friday. I'm on RP Knots where we jump from system to system, but playing the same characters. Right now we're in a Star Trek one, and I got in over my head, and I'm playing a Trill, so every 2 weeks I've got to draw in dots. That's my problem. I am the new season of $2 Creature Feature, which is a podcast which is produced through Q Times. I'm the new cast member, so you'll hear my voice. And anything else on my Twitter at QuaiNot, because I can never remember what I'm doing until, my phone or Twitter tells me.
There you go.
Same
Dominic.
boat. Same boat.
Hello, I'm Dom. I also am a graphic designer, artist, all those kind of fun things. Do a lot of cool things with the Bear Pen predominantly. And I am super excited to play Cthulhu. Love the mythos, and super excited to play my first game.
Well, you gave it away. You weren't supposed to tell everyone that you are Cthulhu.
Oh yeah,
because
whoops.
Dang it. See, this is why we don't introduce ourselves.
My name is Jake. As I said in the very beginning, I produce a channel called Q Times, but best place to follow me is on Twitter at IndigoQT. I think that's a good opportunity for us to head right into the story. It is Friday night. Let's say a nice chilly evening in a February of 1927 in New York City. Tonight is a very important night, not because of any specific date, but tonight is the night where all of you met. Tonight is the night where there is an event happening at a little speakeasy called Chumley's on 86th Bentley Street. Chumley's is a small, very unassuming building with a small green wooden door and metal wrought iron covering it. It has a small window for being able to peek out to ask questions, and a much larger door to hand objects through the door during day-to-day business. Each of you has your own particular reason of why you want into Chumley's tonight. The music can be heard and people celebrating on the inside can be heard as you walk past the street, but no one really pays attention as it's 1927 New York, the midst of Prohibition. No one would be inside drinking and celebrating. No, not a soul. So why exactly do each of you want in? Let's go in reverse order. Andrew. Why does Andrew want into Chumley's?
Being a low-key, not so low-key FBI agent, I would assume there would be some sort of contact or information, especially in a speakeasy, that would, afford him some sort of information about a case he was working on.
So you have been bugging the mayor for quite a while. It's Jimmy Walker is the mayor at the time. And you have heard rumor that Chumley's is kind of the place for Jimmy Walker to hang out at. You're trying to get a hold of him and trying to talk to him, but he seems to be dodging your calls quite frequently. Telegraph, phone calls, any sort of communication, even coming up to the building and knocking on it. He seems to always be busy when you want to get a hold of him. So you do the next best thing that an FBI agent does, which is show up to the place that you know he's going to be, which happens to be Chumley's.
Classic.
So you walk up to the door, and it again is this green, unassuming door. How are you trying to get into Chumley's tonight?
Probably pretty straightforward. I would have assumed that some sort of work would have been done on the front end to whatever little secret knock or what have you, whatever the particular process here is. Because I would expect I'd be dressed to the nines. It would probably fit right in, like pinstripe suit, so on and so forth. I probably wouldn't look too far from your typical party or speakeasy goer. I mean, I'm sure the mayor would know who I am, but
Sure. But the mayor's never going to be the one that's sitting at the door, right?
Of course.
You walk up to the door, and this is what I'm going to do: is I'm going to give you a bonus to your roll. I'm going to give you whatever you roll. You're going to. This is not okay. I'm already breaking the system. It's already not a thing that exists in this game. But you've explained to me why you would have some sort of information that designs why you would have a better advantage in this situation. So I want you to roll me you're going to roll at me a charm roll. As the slat opens up and the guy looking out looks you up and down and can very clearly see that, while you're not the lawman that's really going to get them in trouble, you're definitely, not the person that would fit in here. And he looks at you and he says, yeah, can I help you, bub?
Yeah, I was hoping, get a little libation. Got a dry palate.
Hey, shh. And he looks back. He looks left and right, and he goes, I don't know what anyone has told you, but this ain't that kind of place. This is just a checker house, just playing checkers.
Oh, you don't have water?
Roll me a charm, and I want whatever you roll. I want you to take 10 off of your roll.
Okay, so just mechanically, I am looking to get below the score.
A 50. Yeah. So your charm, I believe, is a 55. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to roll below 55, and so let's just say you roll a 70 on your roll, or a 60. Yeah. If you roll a 60 on your roll, you would be a 50. So, yeah.
So I rolled a 31. So it'd
perfect.
be 21.
So 21, which makes that half, which makes that a good success.
Yeah. Cool.
Yes. So in those of you who have not played this game, there's 3 rolls. There's the regular, the half, and the fifth of your overall roll. And depending on where you land, depends on the success level. And as you kind of turn the charm on, he's just like, all right. We're to capacity, but I'll let you in. All right. And he opens the door, and as he opens the door and you walk in, he actually walks outside and closes the door as Marlon Bell Temple walks up.
Yes. Do you want me to describe?
Yes,
her?
please. Yeah.
Yes. Marion Bell Temple is a woman in her 40s. She is an occultist because her husband was one. Well, he was the real occultist, but 10 years ago he disappeared under mysterious circumstances, and she started doing her own research, and she fears it was an unnatural disappearance. Also, she has less money now. So she has been, she'll hold a seance or read some cards to, make some money. But she's also still absolutely kind of searching for a husband. And she heard tonight that Madame Blotsky is going to be at this speakeasy. And she's someone who used to be an acquaintance, perhaps more of her husband's. And she's hoping to ask somebody if she could figure out more about, like, what he was studying and what he might have stumbled upon.
You walk up to the door, and the gentleman that had previously let Andrew in stands up and goes, hey, how's it going?
Hello, good sir. I am seeking entrance into your fine establishment.
Sorry, full up.
Oh, there's absolutely space for one more. I'm fated to be there.
Okay. Well, hate to tell you this, but the fates aren't in your side. Are you a gambling lady? Someone who likes to throw the dice? Any of that before?
Oh no, that is too random. I could tell
Well,
you your fate.
I think I'm good. What is there any specific role you would like to be using to try and attempt to get in? Also, just as a reminder, Andrew, on your character sheet, make sure to hit the check mark for charm. Because you made a success, you will get to roll to see if you learned more in that stat.
Gotcha.
Would this be a skill or more of a characteristic?
It would be a skill, but if you want to push a characteristic specifically, I might accept that.
Well, boy, I think what she'd be interested in is perhaps using her intelligence, specifically her history, to see assessing the situation. Okay, so I know how speakeasies tend to traditionally work. What would be my best course of action to enter?
Okay, roll me history.
Oh boy. Okay, so that is okay, and I roll both the dice, right? Yeah, so that's 43, and the history is 45.
So you think about this and you're like, you actually don't get the information you're looking for, but you do get another piece of useful information, which is you remember very specifically this building before the buildings around it were built. And you remember very specifically that there is multiple entrances into the building. And if you can't come into the front door, it's probably significantly easier to go through the much more difficult to get to back door.
Ah, excellent. Then she'll say, thank you for your help, young man. I'm sure fate will treat you well. And she slips him a tarot card before she turns around and kind of goes down an alley.
What card did you hand him?
The tower.
The tower. Okay. I'm just taking notes with a red pen. You walk to the back of the building. Please roll me a what is it? It's not perception. It is a look, I believe is what it's called.
Is it like spot hidden?
Spot
Or
hidden.
is it different?
Man, there are too many skills. I remember doing character creation. I had this exact issue. I was like, oh, there's two different things. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a spot hidden.
Oh boy. Ah, nuts. 31, but it's 25, so.
You walk to the back and you notice that there is a small gathering in the back. Nothing out of the ordinary or strange. And you see that the back door is completely unguarded. It is clearly the route in which workers are using to walk in and out. They're throwing things away. You realize that you are on 86th Street is the exit.
Then she will try as hard as possible to look like she belongs. She's very good at just walking through a place. She's been through some things, so she will just kind of like of course, this is exactly, I come in and out of here all the time, and try to walk through that door.
All right, so you're gonna roll me a persuade.
Okay, that's not too bad. Hey, 16, and it's 40.
You walk in, and as you walk in, literally someone hands you a plate with drinks on it, and it's like table 2, and they walk right past you.
Yes, table 2, which is where I will be sitting.
Next up, we have Bing Lee. Bing Lee, what do you look like, and what is your reasoning for heading over to Chumley's?
Well, Bing Lee is very regular at Chumley's. He has a standing invitation. He's a gentleman, and he is always there regularly every night. So the man knows him. They don't, he is a Korean uh gentleman wearing a nice, fedora. Basically what I look like right now, but imagine me as a man. That is
I am seeing
what
you as a man right now.
that's perfect. That is exactly what Bing Lee wants. He is well dressed. As you know, if this is not what well dressed looks like to you, fuck you. This is well dressed.
Bingley, you walk
Yep.
up to the door, and the guy at the door, his name is Billy, and you know this. And as he sees you, he actually pulls out a cigarette and puts it to his mouth, and he goes, "Hey, Bing," and he lights it, and he goes, "Cigarette?"
Oh yeah, sure. Let me bum one for you. Not that I
Yeah.
need it, but
He,
we're friends.
yeah, he hands you one, he lights it, and he goes, Bigwig's in tonight. What is his name? The mayor. Walker, he's in there.
Oh,
Yeah, be careful with that one.
do I have to not? Is there something going down I have to worry about? Because I can
Not
just
that,
go.
no, not that I'm aware of. I mean, and I should know, right? I'm the one
Right,
that's guarding
right,
this place.
Billy.
No. It's just that he gets eh, it's the mayor. You know how they are. They're like, oh, I'm all important. They suck up the air in a room. It's why I'm out here. I just can't even stand being inside.
Well, I guess I'll go inside and check out the vibe. But I'll get you a drink later if you want to. It's gonna be on me, you know.
You know, I love that bathtub whiskey.
All right, it's what we have.
And
But I'll see.
he opens the door for you.
And I just walk in, go to my regular seat, and it's always by the bar. I don't know what 1920s bar looked like, but it's a bar. And he sits there and he's just like, you know, grabs
Yeah,
a cup.
yeah. We'll describe it once all of you are in there.
Cool.
Justine, you see, I don't know. Would you know who Bingley is? Like, would you know like some of the fashion people, like some of the people that are like well to do, not well to do, but like maybe just really attractive model esque kind of people, or
Well, I feel that if Bing is here kind of like every Friday evening, then so am I usually. If he's always here, he always sees me as well. So I will pull up in my car a little bit ways off and give my driver a big thank you. Darling Richard, thank you so much for bringing me here tonight. I just could not be in that house a moment longer.
ma'am. The driver
Uh,
just nods. And
Anyway, make sure you have a good night. I think maybe, oh, let's say 5 hours, I guess. 5, 6 hours, something like that.
of course.
And she steps out, and uh, Justine, her full name is Justine Amanda St. Clair Elizabeth Guthrie Germain. Doctor, but you would never know it because all the credit goes to my husband, who is said Germain. But anyway, I walk up to the door and I give Billy a bit of a kiss on the cheek. How you doing, sweetheart? I
He
had to
he
come here
he
tonight.
he takes it with love and care. He goes, how you doing? I stuck at home again tonight.
Well, actually, tonight, my darling husband decided that he would have, I don't know, some kind of dinner party of his own, and, to talk about his latest discoveries, which, of course, I mean, the man's an idiot. So I decided to leave him at home alone to try and explain his new equations to his interested guests, and I thought I would do better things with my time. Actually, to be fair, I am here looking for my friend. He's just come in from Morocco. I'm very noticeable. Kind of tallish fellow, beautiful olive skin. Dr. Amrani, is he in yet?
I haven't seen him yet, but that doesn't mean that I haven't seen him. There is another person at the door. You know that. like I said, when are you gonna finally leave him, and you're gonna finally come give me a chance, huh?
As soon as my father decides that that wonderful husband of mine's family and his money is no longer an issue, I'll be sure to look you up, sweetheart. Don't worry your head about it. And for reference, Justine is wearing a beautiful sort of pastel pink flapper dress, and her hair is done up with a nice little pink hat on the top of her head, and she has white gloves on, and she has one of those very long things that you put the cigarette into to smoke, so you don't have to get
Mess
your
up your lipstick.
fingers. Exactly.
It's your lipstick and your fingers, and it's the whole thing. Yeah.
Exactly. I have an absolutely tiny little purse on me as well, but inside I do have a notebook that I like to write in whenever I find the inspiration.
And he opens the door for you, and as you walk in, it is a smoke-filled room. The room is tiny, like really, really small. Like the size of it is the size of most people's houses. Like it is a very small couple of rooms that are attached with a bar in the back of the room. Um, you notice that people are coming in and out of the back room, where if any of you take a glance, you notice that that barrels are being brought in and are being used to pump liquid out of them. Uh, Something about the 1927 era, or not like the Prohibition era, I should say, is that this is where mixed drinks became a thing, because the liquor that was made at this time was so terrible. Bathtub whiskey was in fact a real thing. People were making their own whiskey in bathtubs. They were making them in just garbage situations. That the liquor itself was not good, and many people ended up dying from their own distilling process. And so mixed drinks became a thing for two reasons. One, to hide that you're drinking liquor, and also to make that horrible, horrible taste of poorly distilled liquor to taste at least okay. And so around the room where you would normally see people drinking mixed drinks, you notice that everyone within the room all have champagne glasses, a golden color bubbling up through each one of them. And everyone is just having a wonderful time, you know, chiming their glasses with each other and drinking and having a wonderful time. In the back of the room, in fact, you see anyone that would recognize him, Jimmy Walker, the mayor of New York City, sitting in the back, surrounded by multiple women from they're dancers, they're can girls, they're performers, all sitting around at his table. As people will come up, there's a single bodyguard standing behind him, suit completely up. What would At this point, I'm going to open it up to the floor for any of you to take any sort of actions. Does anyone want to do or see or try to perceive anything specific?
Bing is gonna try to see if there's something different this evening. Just, that's what Bing is gonna try and see. Because he's here and he would notice if there's anything out of place. He's here a lot, so.
Sure. What role would you like to use?
Uh, I don't know. Spot hidden?
Sure. Spot hidden
right.
works.
Spot hidden is really low, so we'll see.
You have a 25% chance of succeeding.
Alrighty. That is it's a 54.
You look around, and honestly, the room being loud and is normal, and everything seems very normal. Only thing is that you got a celebrity in, and things get weird when celebrities are there, but the bartenders are still, pouring drinks, and people are still paying, and people are still having a good time. So nothing really out of normal, other than the fact that there's a celebrity in here, and that's about it.
Alright. So Bing is like, cool, rich celebrity, I don't care. And I just happily drink whatever is in front of me.
Yeah, and in front of you is a very, very horribly tasting whiskey that has been mixed with just a cocktail of many a things just to make it so that it's palatable.
Right. And
Anyone
Bing,
else? Yeah.
just want to describe, Bing will drink this like, pretending that it is the most delicious thing because he paid a lot of money for it. And if it's not delicious, it's not worth it. So he's going to drink it as like, he's like, this is very good. I don't even know where that accent came from, but it's very good.
Anyone else?
I would like to kind of use my charm and kind of carouse around the room to sort of just see if I can get any gossip or hubbub or catch up on people who are here often and see who was around and see if anybody has seen my dear friend Dr. Ahmed Amrani around this evening.
Absolutely. Roll me a charm, please.
All right. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Hold on. There we go. I believe that is a good success. I got a 24, which is under half.
Hey, that is great success. You walk around the room and honestly, everyone here notices Justine. Everyone notices Justine. Her grace, the fact that she's walking around and people seem to know her immediately and start to smile as soon as they were walking over, even if they weren't before. You go around and you ask about the doctor, and the best that you can get is that the doctor is supposed to be around a little bit later. He's not quite there yet, but they do know that he's planning on coming.
All right. And would my role extend to any gossip as to why exactly the mayor has graced us with his presence this evening?
Yeah, I'll give you some more information about that. The mayor itself, as you're kind of like walking around and talking with people, you find out that there are people in there that are kind of gossiping about it, and there's rumor that the mayor, promotes this. Not specifically this bar, but he isn't a big fan of the prohibition. While he can't get rid of it himself, he's not a big fan of it. He's also kind of a fan of the life. You and you know what I'll also give you? I'll also give you rumor that he is known to be not faithful to his wife. And he uses these opportunities and these places to kind of pursue that.
So, being that I come from an old money, wealthy family, and so does my husband, is there a chance that we have interacted in social circles before?
It's probably possible. Absolutely. It would not be uncouth for you to walk over and say hello if you wanted to.
I will walk up then.
Yeah, you're gonna walk up to Jimmy Walker.
I will indeed.
To the walker.
You walk up to Jimmy Walker, and he is wearing a suit. Older, not older. Trying to describe him the best that I can at this age. He's maybe in his mid 30s, I believe. He became the mayor in 1925. He's very well to dress. He is definitely like Johnny on the spot, kind of like definitely the picture perfect-esque image of what a man is supposed to be like. Is very much what Jimmy Walker it looks like. And he looks at you as you walk over. He's got a cigar in his hand and he's smoking it. And he looks up at you and he goes, "Hey, how are you doing tonight?"
Well, Mayor Walker, I am surprised as a lady of well-standing means to see an upstanding gentleman like you at such an establishment. But I am doing fine. I, however, do not have any of that champagne you seem to be offering around, and that is a little bit of a problem, don't you think?
he touches his nose and he goes, "I don't know what you're talking about. I was never here." And
Neither was I, darling. Neither was I.
as for the champagne, it has nothing to do with me. I didn't do it. It's on the house. They walked out and started handing it to everyone. I'm sure you could get a glass somewhere. Maybe ask the bartender. But as much as I would like to stake claim on that, wasn't me.
Noted. And Justine will sit down and sort of like, elegantly cross her legs. And just what exactly are you doing here on this fine evening? Blowing off some steam from all your mayoral duties, as they say.
Well, if I couldn't do that at home, might as well do it here.
I completely understand. And she takes a big drag of her cigarette and sort of waves to the bartender to get a glass of champagne and is going to sit there for a while making small talk.
The bartender actually walks over and goes, "I'm very terribly sorry, ma'am. We're actually out of champagne. We only had a limited amount, and right before all of you got here, I'm so sorry. I can offer you something else. The usual."
They'll be just fine, thank you.
Wonderful. And he walks away. Anyone else? We know what Bing is doing, and we know what Justine is doing.
I would say, Marion, having been given a tray, in many ways a key to circulate around, has been still looking for the Madame Blotsky, who she came here for. And, just kind of being as like low key and unseen, like basically letting the tray be seen, but like not letting anyone take it because she needs those glasses. Like once the glasses are gone. So she's just like moving, like dip, right before someone can grab one.
And are you heading to table 2, or are you just looking around for Madame Blavatsky?
Oh, there's no way she's going to table 2.
Okay. What would you like to roll in attempts to try and search for Madame Blavatsky? Spot hidden is usually a good one, but there's many others. Spot and hidden, by the way, anyone is like the number 1 Call of Cthulhu roll. Like,
I want to offer an idea. I do not know if this will work.
I love offers, so let's go.
Yeah. So she would try to, knowing that Madame Blavatsky herself is an occultist and studied with her husband, I think she'd see if she could feel vibes. Like, as I've studied, I've been starting to sense the vibes that my husband was talking about. Perhaps I can follow whatever. I'm not great at it yet.
So are you trying to convince me to roll occult?
Yes.
Absolutely. Sure. We might play with how that's going to work, but yes, yeah. I like the idea.
I'm seeing it as she's both strong in it, but has not as much control of it, so it can get weird even with a success.
There's a cookie in my pocket.
Ooh, I did that. Ha ha! A cult. That is a 58, and she has 75.
Okay, so the rest of the cookie.
Yeah, it's a good trick.
Oh, and there's some cereal in there. What is happening?
I would like to have whatever the keeper is having right now.
Yeah. Oh,
whatever magic that is happening, please. Elder gods. I would like some of that. Thank you.
Well, you can have some.
Reach into your hat.
You can have some raisin cookies and some Captain Crunch berries for later. Anyways.
Oops, all Cthulhu's.
Yeah. Okay. So you got a success, not a great success, but a good success. Yeah. You kind of just like tap into your inner self, and what are some of the things you do? You read tarot cards. Do you look into a crystal ball? Do you read tea leaves? Like
she does it all, often for a price. She has to, but yeah, all the classics, Ouija board, anything that she tried everything. She's been trying everything to try to and particularly find her husband.
Sure.
So any
Ye-
possible, yeah, she has a divining like rod in her pocket.
Yeah. So tell me if it works for you.
Yeah.
Someone, as you're looking around, bumps into you, the arm in which has the drinks, and causes the drinks to spill a little bit. And as the splotches hit the ground, they like form a shape. And from that shape, you use the same techniques that you use from reading tea leaves, and you start to show the shape and the formation, and you're just like, I am in the right place.
Yes.
Like you get that feeling that you're at the right place for what you're supposed to be doing.
Yes. Yeah. She will kind of like give herself, yes, yes, this is not a wild goose chase, not this time. The champagne, in Virtus Vino, so in Champagneos Trutho, yes.
Andrew, what are you doing tonight?
So I would imagine oh no, my glasses. I was clocking the mayor, trying not to be too obnoxious or obtuse just yet. I assume I saw Justine
Absolutely.
approach. Possibly I saw some girl just spill stuff all over the ground and divine some sort of truth out of it.
I mean,
No,
you
it was-
see, you see the drink spill, and you see her just like look at the ground and just kind of nod. You know, like nothing like
a knowing
Yeah,
nod
like-
that knows.
it's not like the psychics that like put their fingers to their head and like, yes,
Yeah.
I have foreseen this. You just see her just kind of,
Hmm.
you know, but it's
It's
whatever.
classy.
Yeah.
It's so classy.
I would imagine that I would have identified Justine as probably the best possibility of sort of making that contact with the mayor. So I think I would probably, sorry, Bing Lee was at the bar.
Yeah.
I think I would most likely move towards the bar, maybe not necessarily towards Bing Lee, but not towards Bing Lee.
Yeah.
With the goal of sort of still keeping things, not being too obvious until I get a chance to speak to Justine, as she seems a good source of information and a comfortable source.
And you sit down and you kind of just survey the place, kind of understanding your surroundings before you kind of really dig into it. They walk out with a champagne glass and they tap a piece of metal against it. It goes, to our special guest, and of course our guests that aren't here, I want everyone to have a toast on me and have a wonderful wonderful evening. Thank you, everyone. And everyone holds their glasses up, and they all take a drink of their champagne. And this person just immediately walks into the back room. Justine looks confused.
Do I recognize this man at all, this face?
Nope.
I am going to gently touch Jimmy's hand to give him a signal to wait when everybody takes the toast before drinking the champagne.
He waits, and he's like, "Is everything all right?
I don't
Did
know.
you want the champagne? I'm sure I can get myself my own."
Darling, I'm used to dealing with really stupidly rich people, and when a few people have glasses of something to drink and others don't, it makes me worried. Let me just say that. Let everyone take a sip first before you do.
It isn't long before people in the room start falling, literally, like collapsing. Oh my God, is she all right? And the person that screams out about someone else that falls passes out, and then the next person, and the next person. And the thing that's the most surprising in this situation isn't the face of the people that are falling, it's the face of the bartenders who are completely freaked out. They're just like they have no idea what's going on. and one of the waitresses collapses as well. And all around the room, everyone starts collapsing that had the champagne. The few that don't is the wait staff, Jimmy Walker, and the four of you. It doesn't take long as the bartender's like, what the actual fuck is, the back door opens up. Person completely masked, gloves on hand, walks in with a Tommy gun, goes, all right, everyone, this is a stick up. See, all of you have already got on the ground already. Those of you who aren't, just go ahead and sit down, shut up, and pretend like this never happened. And they immediately walk over to Jimmy. Two of them walk on each side and put their arms underneath his arms and pick him up. And the chair scoots out from underneath him, and they still hold the guns out on their free hands. And Jimmy's like, now, boys, we can handle this. We can handle this peacefully. This is, I'm a government official. This is not going to go well. There's no money in this game. And he's very clearly trying to convince them to let him go. And they aren't paying any attention. And they just continue to point their guns out in the crowd and drag the rest of the people back out into the back room.
How many people?
6.
6 of them. Jim.
Bingley just let it happen.
Still sipping.
Whatever, man.
Justine
I'm awake.
saved him from
I don't know
possible
this, people.
poison, so she's done her job.
Yeah, Bingley is like, this is insane, and drinks the cocktail happily. It's like,
Is there anybody like close to me who was affected? Like super close?
Yes. Oh, yeah. There's someone that was sitting in the chair right next to you.
Could I first aid check?
Sure.
Just to determine if I can, like, I guess, like, whether they're alive, what I can
Yeah.
provide.
Roll me first aid.
Oh, no. That's not good. 78. Yeah, I was at a 50. My thing is 50. I got a 78. Sad days.
All you can tell is that there's still breath. That's
Okay.
all you can tell. Yeah, they're still breathing. Whether that means for now or
Right.
you have no idea.
I talk to the bartender and I go, do you know what happened? What's going on here?
He's just like, fucking, he's literally like, everyone 86 it.
Mm-hmm.
And like literally people are starting to get like bottles and just throw them in boxes and bags and start heading out the 86th Street exit.
Can I have one before you go?
Literally hands you a whole bottle and
Sweet.
just like walks away. Like there's still bottles left up there. Like they're not like
getting
staying.
everything.
Yeah, they're just like, get the big stuff and get the hell out.
Okay, so Bingley is gonna go to the back of the bar and just sort of try and look for the richest looking thing that's like the most expensive looking thing over there, and just like, which one would look good in my house? And that's what he's doing right now.
Okay.
I think Marion is also heading towards the bar, but she wants to hide behind it because if she's in the right place, she's in the right place, and poisoning or gun is not going to stop her. So she's hoping to kind of like sneak behind and then sneak down. So if she sees Bingley, she'll probably just give him a little like, hey, and then like sink down behind the bar.
Can the
Milady.
two of you roll me a spot hidden?
Oh.
Yeah.
How many people went in the back? Like you said, there were 6. Are they staying? Did they all go back into the room?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as Jimmy was out, they all followed.
Okay.
They're not sticking around. Literally, they say this is a stick up, but literally it was a kidnapping.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I
I got a 12.
Okay.
Oh,
nice.
I would
I did
like to
not.
look for any of the glasses that might have a little bit of champagne left in it, and I
Yeah,
want
there's
to,
there's plenty that still
all
have.
right, and I want
yeah.
to look for an empty bottle and maybe even an empty champagne bottle somewhere.
That would more than likely be in the back where the people went through.
Because as I'm doing this, I will clock the man doing first aid, and I'm like, well, you seem competent. You want to help me look for a bottle? Because I reckon we could probably figure out what this poison is with enough time. Or I don't know. Are they alive?
Justine's talking to you, Andrew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. For now they are. I would probably, since they're gone now, brandish my pistol and mention, like, yes, collect that. Do you have any way of contacting any police?
Hold on there, big boy. I am not here. I am, in fact, at home in one of my moods. So, no, I do not have any way of contacting the police.
Do I? Question mark? What would the 1920s equivalent of contacting the police be? Yeah,
Yep.
I thought so. Some rotary phone on the side.
Operator, connect me to the whatever police station.
Yeah. There's absolutely a way, but you would have to find the phone in there because it's a speakeasy. It's not like they're calling people or accepting phone calls very often.
Yeah.
I wanna hop to Bingley though with your amazing spot hidden roll. So Bingley, as you are looking around and you are looking for bottles, you notice two things other than a beautiful bottle that was clearly like labeled pre-prohibition, that is actually probably good liquor that they've like kept for themselves. So you find that. The other weird things that you notice is that you notice that the people that came in, you notice that they left wet footprints all throughout the place. The other thing that you notice is as you're kind of searching around, you actually see them jump into the back of a vehicle and drive away. Now, the thing that you notice key here is that you notice that it's being driven by a woman that has very similar garb to our very own Marion Bell Temple.
Okie dokie. So, seeing that, I grab, of course, that really nice bottle of pre-prohibition, alcohol liquor, and I look at Marion. Are they with you? Because they sure look like. I mean, at least one of them does. Looks like.
What? If the man with the guns? Of course not. I'm here on my own mission. Don't worry about me. I'm just gonna stay here on the floor until what I'm supposed to meet, I meet.
Where did you see them?
Oh, they're driving outside. They're over there. They
I
went
would
that
rush
way.
to follow and see if I could see anything of importance.
You head out, roll me a spot hidden. Bingley, are you going to give a description of the person that was driving to anyone?
No.
No?
I'm just gonna look at I'm gonna look at Marion. It's like looks like you.
00. What is that?
No one looks like me. First of all, I'm eccentric.
00 is 100%, which is the worst number you can roll.
Wait, so it's like wait, sorry, so it's like it's a
00 and a 0 on the second dice.
00 and a 5.
Oh, that's 5%. That's a 5%.
Oh, that's a lot different.
Well, that's
Yes.
good. That's a lot better.
Spot hidden 7, so it's a 5th.
Nice. You can see that around the vehicle itself, there is a bunch of wet footprints all around, and you can see the streak marks from the tires on of the vehicle when it drove away and the direction. You can't right now, but you're sure that if you had the ability to get to a library or look through a database of some sort, that you would be able to find the make model of the vehicle based off of the distance in which the track marks are and the thickness of the tire marks, and assuming body weight based off of 7 people, 8 people if you count Jimmy, you could probably guess the vehicle.
Awesome.
I am continuing to look for champagne bottles, so I am, I guess, going through to the back to see if I can find it.
Absolutely, roll me a spot hidden. Uh, Marion, when Bingley says that the person looked like you, and you're like, "Oh, no one looks like me," immediately, Madame Blotsky pops in your head.
Ah,
Oh.
I got a 26. Can I use 1 point of luck to make it a success?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
So instead of champagne bottles, you actually see like mason jars in the back that have like spilt liquid. You can see that there's a little tiny bit here and there they literally took mason jars and filled it up with this liquid and then poured it into champagne glasses. Like, so there's a big mess because you know how difficult mason jars are to pour stuff out of, right? And into a champagne glass. So there's literally this liquid is all over the surface onto the table. What you notice with this is that it is discoloring the table.
All right. So I have gloves on, so that should be okay. So I'm gonna pour what's left in this glass into into one of those empty mason jars and just close it. See if I can find a dirty rag, and just make sure that none of it's seeping into my hands or anything like that, and then just keep that with me. And yeah, I'm gonna walk back into the people cowering behind the counter. They're
Let's
gone, so
we're gonna make a roll for this. We're gonna because this is some delicate work. So
okay.
why don't we make this a sleight of hand?
Let's see, what is my sleight of hand? Probably real bad.
Your sleight
Yeah, it's real
is a
bad.
10%.
I'm very clever, so
If if you want to give me something else, you tell me.
could I take my time, just analyze the situation with my intellect and figure out how to do this in the best possible way using an intelligence roll?
How's this? What we'll do is if you want to take your time doing this, I'm still going to have you roll a sleight of hand, but
Okay.
we're going to move the spot down by 1. So if it's a failure, it'll be a success. If it's a success, it's a great success. If it's a great success, it is a fantastic success. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yes.
So you're going to succeed by taking your time,
Okay.
but
I understand. Yes. I am a scientist. So yes, it was a failure. Not
okay.
too much. It was a 21, so it's 11 failure. But
So you are able to do it. It's very slow and monotonous in which you're doing this. You're trying to make sure that everything is great. It's taking you like normally something like this should take you like 30 seconds. This is taking you like 5-10 minutes to like, okay, I need to get maybe not these gloves. Is there some kitchen gloves? Like you're taking the steps, you're looking around, you're taking your time to accomplish this. All along, all of everyone else is taking their actions. Andrew goes outside, takes a look at the vehicle. Bingley finds the alcohol, the pre-prohibition, and Marion has the thought of Madame Blavatsky. And as all of that happens, the door opens as Justine walks from the back as the doctor walks in and looks terribly confused about this situation as you have like kitchen gloves on holding this liquid as everyone is passed out on the floor and everyone else is just like rummaging through the bottles of liquor. And he's just like, what is going on?
Close the door, sweetheart. We are trying to figure that out ourselves. It looks like our dear Mayor Jimmy, who was never here, got kidnapped or something, and these people are on the floor.
He just like steps in and grabs the door and pulls it and goes, yeah, I thought something was weird when no one was at the front door.
No, well, they seem to have all left this place, and honestly, you can get out from behind the counter, dear. Nobody's gonna hurt you right now, I don't think, and I don't hear any sirens either, so I think we're safe. Speaking to Marion.
She'll shoot out. I'm not scared. I was meant to be here to find someone, and apparently that person found us instead.
I mean, I didn't
We
think
are
you
in
were scared. I
trouble.
thought you were prudent because, Tommy guns and all that.
Thank, thank you, thank you. Yes, I am an incredibly prudent person that makes incredibly good decisions all the time.
Andrew, will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
As you walk back into the room
Yeah.
and you are hearing everyone discussing and talking about the Tommy guns, roll me a firearms roll. Yeah.
68, which is 8 over what I needed.
You want to press your luck?
Yes. How does that work? You just use the points?
Yep.
3, so I would be at 57 now. Okay,
You start to think back about the situation, and you very vividly remember their gloves didn't have fingers. They were like mittens, right? Like mittens, like snow
Okay.
mittens,
Uh-huh.
right? They don't have individual fingers. They're just like a full hand. And you're like, how would they have ever shot those guns?
Ah. I am like that. I wonder. Now I feel like I missed a good chance for a fight. As I come into, I kind of want to. Does anyone know where a phone is? There's got to be one in here, right? You guys all seem like regulars.
There's probably a phone. Does this place have an upstairs?
It does have an upstairs.
Probably upstairs, I would imagine.
Bingley shrugs.
Did I hear the bit about Marion's? We were here to look for someone, but
Yeah.
okay. So, and who were you here looking for?
What's that? Me?
Yes.
It's personal business. It can't possibly be connected with this. You should probably solve a crime. I will just take care of my own things. Don't worry about me. It's
I guess I would
probably beyond your understanding anyway.
I would flash the FBI badge at this point and be like, well, unfortunately, none of you are going to be going anywhere just yet.
You have no authority in what I am exploring.
It's a speakeasy in New York. I have quite a lot of authority.
Do you know who my father is?
I'm sure we'll find out.
Well, I'm just telling you right now. I will not be held in any jail because my father...
Oh, don't worry, guys. You aren't who we're here for. I'm not concerned. Your names don't even have to be on it. I just need, obviously, all these people on the floor. We need to, there's got to be some order here. We gotta wrangle it in quick. And who are you? I'd point to the doctor, I guess, that joined us.
His name is Dr. Ahmad Amrani.
Okay.
Yes.
Would he willingly give his name though to an FBI agent? That's the question.
I don't know.
This is your NPC, so.
Dr. Amrani is Justine's contact for finding obscure Middle Eastern texts which deal with what she believes to be mathematics. This is how she interprets it, and so he has found a book for her.
I'm gonna say the doctor gives a false name, but does call himself doctor.
Are you the kind of doctor that can do something about this?
Justine starts laughing.
No, I'm not a medical doctor.
Okay.
I could math them back to life if you'd prefer.
Well, I've got to make some calls. God, how do I make calls without leaving you people just standing here ready to flee?
Darling, I have no intention of fleeing. This is far more enjoyable than whatever's happening at home. We can just come with you.
Did you get that champagne?
Upstairs.
Oh, this is not champagne.
Oh, I yes. I see we're on the same page.
Bingley is slowly getting out of the bar and slowly walking out. Like he's at the door yet, but his plan is to just get out because he's got a nice bottle. He's gonna be at home. You know, feels
I
like a washing of hands moment. He doesn't need to be here.
mm,
Do we at all notice Bingley's behavior?
Is Bingley trying to hide it? And if Bingley
No.
is, I was gonna say you would have to roll
Billy is like,
a
you
stealth.
guys, you do you. I am gonna go home with this nice liquor bottle.
well, I looked at Justine and I say, "You look perfectly capable of handling this," and I go upstairs.
Darling,
Wow.
some people with guns just came in and kidnapped someone. We were the only ones that didn't end up on the floor. So if you think they aren't going to come back for us, then I don't know what to tell you.
First of all, I think she points at Marion knows more than what she's telling because the person I saw driving away with them people looks exactly like her.
Like your
Her.
cousin or your sister. Or...
Same looking attire. I didn't really look
I-
hard, but definitely the same feeling.
I am here in the room, and I
that
know
you
many
are.
things, but not of this earthly realm.
Well, how about we do the polite thing and introduce ourselves now that Mr. Government Man has gone upstairs?
Justin, you know
I'm
who
just,
I am. Just,
I know who you are, darling, but
okay, just
I'm
making
just,
sure.
I do know who your father is, don't worry.
Of course.
Uh,
He's a
I'm
very famous
Justine,
man.
and you are looking
Oh,
at
I mean, I'm
Marion.
sorry. Was this? I think rich people were talking, and I was waiting for the rich people chat to be done. But I'm glad that you have time for me, who looks like everyone. Hi, I am Marion Bell Temple. I would say you've probably heard of my husband, but I don't think that's the circles you travel. I don't know if I have much else to say. It's
Would I know her husband at all?
Well, the doctor actually goes, Temple. That I know that name. Justine, I've delivered books to him. Or I did at least before he passed away. By the way, my regards.
he's just gone. He's just gone. He's just gone. I think passed away is a rather premature assumption.
Missing. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean. Still, my regards. It must be difficult to go through something like that. And the doctor very clearly looks at Justine like, kind of gives you the denial.
It's like he's probably dead.
Yeah. How many years has it been?
About 10 years.
Yeah.
Oof. I'm sure he's absolutely fine, dear. And if my good friend the doctor has been delivering books to your husband, then I would very much enjoy understanding exactly what it is that you do, or what your husband did.
Howard crossed the threshold of worlds. He brought a light into our dark lives. He understood things that I never could. This world is plain. His world was a rainbow, and this is very boring here right now. I don't think I can describe it correctly. I'm not describing it correctly. Anyway,
So he was a physicist, I understand.
I am not going to be insulted by that because most people don't understand the depths. Perhaps that is as far as your understanding will ever go.
Okay, I am mildly insulted, but that's fine. Either way, shall we get out of this mess of bodies and go see what our Mr. Man is doing upstairs? Or are we going to be following your... I'm sorry, Bing, did you say that the woman was kidnapped as well?
Nah, she was totally driving this whole thing. That's why I think I don't believe her. I think it's kind of weird that you're here and the person that was driving with Mr. Mayor over there looks like you, dressed like you, maybe. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. Definitely dressed like you, though.
Young man, you're very handsome, and I enjoy watching you while you talk.
Thank you.
But it is all nonsense. I am my own person. If it was Madame Blotsky, I think that is who you're describing. That is who I was fated to meet tonight. I can't imagine her doing anything like that. She is a font of occult knowledge.
Ahmad, does that name ring a bell to you? Ablotsky.
Did he work with your? Did she work with your husband?
Yeah.
Like he asks that question
Yeah.
to her, and
yeah. They were perhaps the only two humans on this planet that can understand each other.
yeah, I think I've met her a long time ago, but haven't worked with her in a very long time. It was shortly after Mr. Temple's disappearance that she stopped calling upon me. A couple of small items, some vases, some random items here and there, but nothing out of the ordinary, at least from my business. I mean, everything's out of the ordinary in my business. I believe Madame Lobotsky was describing. Was that where we were at? I
You
forgot
just
already.
asked if I were gonna do something.
Oh,
the
yes,
phone.
yes, Andrew.
Perfect
you
timing.
you were upstairs. You were upstairs, and as you walk into the office upstairs, it's a living quarters and an office, and you can see that there's a plethora of paper, and on the desk there's a phone, clear as day, right in the middle. So it's
So-
not even anything you have to search for.
I'm going to call my contact first with the probably the police,
Okay.
which I'm making up the name Rupert,
Okay.
Officer Rupert. So I will give him a ring while probably leafing through the papers for anything that might seem useful to me on first glance.
So Rupert picks up, or you call over and ask for Rupert. Rupert picks up, and he's like, New York City Police Department, how can I help you?
Hey Rupert, it's Andy. There was something down at, sorry, it's Chumlee's? Is that the name of the?
Yeah.
Okay. There was some weird stuff at Chumlee's, man. I think some sort of poisoning, firearms. I don't know if it's gang related.
Shit. All right. I'll send 3 squad cars down
Yeah,
immediately.
they got Jimmy, man.
Am I supposed to know who Jimmy is?
The mayor.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
And you literally hear like he doesn't even hang up the phone. He just stands up, and like you hear him like walk away. Like
Yeah. So I start leafing through papers, seeing if there's anything.
Is there any specific role you would like to roll to try and find something specific?
Ooh, I guess spot hidden would work, right?
Sure.
See, let's keep it simple. Oh, is that okay? Spot hidden. No, it's not. 59. Don't know.
It is a lot of legal documents and a lot of math numbers and a lot of like it's accounting paperwork. You're sure you get the feeling that this is, because clearly liquor is illegal, that this is him cooking the books, but you have no idea what any of these numbers mean or what is or what's inbound or outbound. It's just a bunch of names and numbers. You would take a lot more time to have to sit there and figure anything out.
Yeah, counting ain't my forte.
Exactly.
Okay. And so, sorry, from what I know thus far, this room wasn't really necessarily involved with that whole process. It was all downstairs, nothing. Okay. I suppose then I would imagine with those on the way, I guess the goal would be then to make sure that wine has been collected, or the poison has been collected properly and ready to be given over.
Yeah, so you head downstairs and you see everyone still there talking amongst themselves about and arguing about, who my father is / who my husband is / who my husband might have been having an affair with, all of those things, right?
Oh no.
Is it really
okay.
cheating if it's with permission.
No,
Just
it's not.
saying.
It's
And
actually
tentacles.
not. Yeah, well, I mean,
Don't say
so you walk down there, and it's not long before you start hearing the sirens start to blow down the street. And from a far distance, you can hear them getting closer and closer as Andrew, you walk downstairs and see everyone.
Well, that's our cue. Back exit.
Yeah. And then Bingley just sort of like puts the liquor and just like, see you guys later, and just sort of like walks out at the back exit, doesn't even look back, and just sort of just happily walks out.
I am going to physically block that door.
First of all,
and reassure, guys, this is not. You are only here for information gathering, and I don't even care about your names. We just need to know what we can. We just need to know the basic, because we got to find Jimmy. We got to find the mayor.
Well,
This
number one,
this isn't a little
you
bit.
saw these people driving off in a car. Number two, the car is moving right now. Number three, my driver's probably waiting outside, even though I told him to be 5 hours, so we could get in a car and physically tail him and actually figure out what's going on. Or you could waste time with your pals down at the station.
I just want my alcohol.
I like you,
Sweetheart,
Justine.
you're not going anywhere.
Aw,
You're
man.
with me tonight.
But only because it's you, Justine.
That appeals to my maverick nature. Let's do that.
So you went. You went.
Fantastic.
I think,
you're gonna-
yeah. Where's your car?
I don't know. He's probably outside front somewhere.
Is there?
Literally, Justine, if you know, even though you say 5 hours, you know that your driver parks a block away and watches the door, and as soon as you walk out, always drives over. Like the driver does not actually leave. The driver literally stays and waits for you, because your 5 hours is always different.
Do you have? Did you properly secured some of the poison?
Whatever this is, yes, I have some of it.
Could I commandeer that? Do you have any use for it? I would hope not.
Well, aside from
Let me rephrase that
access
for
to
right now.
university land, well, in case I need to poison anybody.
And you,
I mean, there's plenty more. You could always just grab.
yeah.
some
So I'm
all on the
gonna
floor.
get some paper, and I'm gonna leave a note. And it's going to say poison in the champagne. I'm gonna give. So correct? Tell me if I can or
Driving
can't.
so far away now.
Am I able to? Well, it's a very small note. Am I able to indicate in any way, shape, or form the details about the car that I? Like you had said that I had gathered XYZ. Am I able to say like the tire tread, blah 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 blah, whatever?
You can. So the information you have is that you could, if spent time looking at, get that information based off of what you have seen. So there is nothing like, oh, it's Michelin 225. Like you don't have that information. You just know based off of how fresh those were and how deep they were, and all of the. You basically have the mathematical equation, and you're trying to solve for X, but you can't, like, writing all of those information would take you a while.
Okay.
So you basically need library use is basically what you need.
So yeah, I would just indicate Jimmy Walker kidnapped, poisoning in the champagne, and getaway vehicle, and whatever northeast, west, south side of the building, and leave that under like a champagne glass or champagne bottle or something on the counter.
Yes, somewhere that's easy, like as soon as they walk in.
And then proceed with this wonderful little group of wildcats.
So, Justine, you walk outside, and sure enough, the car drives up and goes, "Ma'am, caused a little bit of a problem tonight."
It wasn't me, I swear. Anyway, these are my friends, and we're going to be potentially following down a vehicle, so I'll make sure to pay you overtime.
he reaches to the glove compartment, opens up, and pulls driving gloves on, and just
That's why I love you, Richard. All right, are you?
Where is everybody sitting?
That's a good question.
I am sitting right next to the driver.
Okay.
Go for it.
Shotgun. Just jumps in.
Go for it.
Back right seat.
sure.
Cool. Ahmad, are you going to be coming with, or do you want to get in touch with me later?
I will. Racing is not my style, so you know where to reach me.
He gets to go.
Well, yeah.
It's because
As
we
the
know
car
who your
drives
father
away.
is.
You say this as the car literally drives away, and he's just waving.
All right. So which direction are we going?
Well, yeah, I guess I would have some sort of indication of the direction, but I also want. Did you guys notice the water, the wetness?
Yeah, they're very sloppy.
Darling, this is Manhattan. Are you gonna have to?
There's some sort of wet. I don't know, the footprints, there was just a wetness involved. I wish I could make that make more sense. I cannot.
I did not notice any of that. I was too busy trying to make sure I didn't get poison on my hands.
I mean, the floor was wet, but it's a bar. Floor is always wet in bars, I guess. Though this was a little.
Usually you aren't able to identify footprints, though. That's a little bit of a outlier. Take it from me. I'm in the FBI.
I've pulled out my
believe you.
little. I've
You're a
pulled out
cop.
my notebook and such from my little purse, and I'm writing down all the details we have at the moment. And as you're talking about the wet footprints and this woman driving, so what? All right. So first things first, Mr. FBI man. None of us were ever here. If we're good with that, we can probably tell you who we are.
I am so unconcerned with who you are. It means nothing to me. I'm here for
Wow.
Jimmy and Jimmy alone. So
You
you
not recognize me?
Darling,
I'm
this
like
is not
super
the time.
important.
So my point being, yes, your names are safe. They're not going anywhere. I'm not even gonna write them down.
Fantastic. Well, you can call me Justine.
Nice to meet you, Justine, and thank you so kindly for this ride and your energy.
And this gorgeous man is.
Oh, I go, Bing Lee, like expecting Andrew to recognize who Bing Lee is, or at least the name Lee, of the Lee factories.
Would I know? Do I know? I'm a simple agent.
That's completely up to you.
And so the Lee factories?
Yeah, I know, I just made up a thing.
Yeah.
They have factories. The Bing Lee of the Lee factories.
I'm gonna say nah. That's too.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm not familiar.
I am offended. And then Bing Lee sort of starts listing down all the factories that that his family owns, and this is all on the side. But like, this is the thing. You should know this. This is very important in Manhattan.
Oh, they are in. Okay.
I am very important.
Oh, actually, I mean, I'm not in accounting, but I think the names may have come up a couple of times in the office.
Okay. He feels satisfied with that. At least he's acknowledged that Bing Lee is an important man. The son of an important man.
He sure is. And potentially law-breaking man.
Miss Temple, do you describe yourself?
If they all keep talking, she's very happy not to totally introduce herself.
I turn straight to Marion. Anyways, something about you knew a woman, you were here to meet someone, and she found us?
I find your interest in earthly mysteries fascinating, but also ultimately having nothing to do with me. This is a spiritual matter that has very little connection to anybody else here in this vehicle. I am only here to meet the person I am fated to, who will have answers to a mystery you can't possibly understand.
1 minute.
Statistical probabilities and physics and causing,
No.
connected
Oh no,
points.
no,
And
please, no
it's
physics.
completely
No,
understandable. The
no,
odds
it's
of us
why.
not meeting
No,
tonight
no.
would be like, I don't know, less than 15%. So I agree with you, yes.
1 minute you're
You agree
staring
with
at.
me, but it feels like you're snuffing out my candle.
No,
One.
darling, science is amazing. Keep doing what
Oh.
you're doing, it's important.
No.
1 minute I see you staring at spilled liquids on the ground, and the next moment, wet people with mittens run in with guns. I'm just saying, you seem a
That you
little.
cannot possibly understand. The way you described what happened leads me to believe that you do not understand the threads that connected.
Please
It was an
enlighten me.
important. I'm still on the journey.
Oh,
Bingley unscrews the top of the liquor and and grabs a drink. It's like, do you want one? I mean, do you want a sip? Just to calm me down or something.
Well, Oh, you're offering it to Marion.
I'm
Darling, have a
offering it
drink.
to anybody. I don't know who wants it. I like it.
I take a quick
Very
swig.
good.
The
It's
driver's
very
like,
good.
the driver's like, I feel I should not drive impaired, so I'm gonna say no.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that would
You're
be a
good-
crime.
You're a good man, Richard, as she takes a nice swig.
Thank you, man. So he's driving in a general direction. So it
Mm.
had been some time since they left and when
Yeah.
you all left. So what we're going to do is you're each going to roll me some spot hiddens to see if you can catch any sort of anything, that might be out of place. If you've got another thing that you think would make more sense in this situation, let me know.
I don't know if I might, considering the career choice and so on and so forth, if I might have some sort of, I don't know, history, I don't know, some sort of indication of what might be a possible route of escape through this. I don't know how well I know the area per se. I would expect pretty well. But outside of that, I guess I would just focus more on the tread, knowing that I would probably, if they're moving at high speed, they're trying to get away, that would probably be the most indicative factor involved with
Sure.
finding them.
In Cthulhu, do skills stack?
No.
Dang it. All right, I'm just gonna do spot hidden.
Okay.
I failed that. I got 86.
Yeah, I
That
failed
is, yeah. You're enjoying the trip more than you are the actual looking. You're just like, oh, I'm getting drinks. This is way more exciting than the stupid dinner party at home. Like this is great. You're having a good old time with this. And Andrew, you're so focused on trying to figure out why you didn't pull your gun out. Like
Yeah.
you didn't notice the mittens, like you're just kind of like, why didn't I take that? And you're kind of kicking yourself instead of really paying attention. Bingley, what do you got?
I got a 37. Bingley is probably impaired, is what I'm saying.
Bingley is also just like, I don't really care. What about you, Miss Temple?
I have an idea.
Okay.
I mean, she can still look. She will fail it, but I feel like she is like, okay, I felt this before. I am going to. I know that my husband and Madame Blatsky often had conversations about some sort of extra sense. This way that you can talk, and she's just gonna yell out in her brain like, Madame Blatsky, they are looking for you. I need to find you first.
Okay, roll me your occult.
Nice. Oh, the deception.
36 to 75. Oh, that's really close to a. Let me give a luck point, and that's a half.
Okay. You close your eyes and you all notice, as you're all having a good time or whatever, you see that instead of looking, Marion literally just closes her eyes and just focuses. And Marion, you hear, "Stop looking for me." You feel like
If
you
she-
could you could respond if you would like.
Yeah. Marion's like, I can't. I have answers I need.
You'll discover these answers when you meet your husband.
I said, but how?
I'm bringing that on to us.
Okay, I'll do what I can.
And you don't hear anything.
When everyone's done doing their things, Marion would like to try something.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, no, she just wants to jump into the front and try to grab the wheel from the driver.
Oh my.
Shit. Okay. Roll me.
Wait. You're gonna try and grab the wheel from the driver?
Yeah.
Can I?
She's gonna try to yank it.
Can I
So-
like do some since I'm right next to the
Yeah,
driver?
yeah. So, I mean, the jumping up and doing that, no matter how quick you are, is definitely going to be a surprise because none of you are expecting this, right?
Right.
But before you run headfirst into another vehicle, I'm definitely going to give you all the opportunity to make attempts to stop this from happening. Okay.
Gotcha.
Marion, roll me a. You know what? This is gonna be the very few times I feel like I'm gonna go to your characteristics and roll me a dexterity.
Oh, okay.
I would like.
Okay, that is 43 under 55.
Okay.
I would like using physics to calculate the momentum and the speed to
No.
knock her off track so that
No.
she is pushed towards Bing.
I don't want to be
So-
defeated by science.
so she definitely jumps up and grabs the wheel and starts to turn it. You're all going to have the opportunity to do something to stop her from doing this. Each of you may tell me what you would like to do.
Physics, definitely. I'm gonna try and hit her in just the right spot that she lets go.
Okay,
And
so
that we right
I will.
ourselves.
I'm definitely going to give you physics, but you're definitely going to have to do a half or below for any form of success on this, because the amount of time it will take you to calculate that is just massive. Bingley, I believe you wanted to use a physical thing to like stop her,
Yeah.
right?
I'm
Do you
gonna
want-
use my taekwondo
Do it.
to punch her in the throat.
So you want to have. Are you able to use luck on these rolls?
You can use luck on anything.
I just want this to succeed because I think it's hilarious. So I am going to use 9 plus. I'm going to need this luck later, and I'm probably going to die. But I'm going to use 16 points of luck because I want this to succeed.
I'm gonna hold my
Science will
taekwondo
bankrupt
punch
you.
because like I'm just gonna be like, if it doesn't succeed, I'm gonna punch her in the throat.
And that gets me off.
Bingley is locked and loaded.
Like,
So Marion reaches up and grabs the wheel, and as the wheel starts to turn, the driver starts to try to fight off the wheel, and Justine goes in, hits the clutch, and smacks Marion right in the elbow,
Ah.
slowing the car and putting it straight forward so it's not going to veer off. So even though the gas is being hit, it's in neutral, so it's literally just so you set yourself straight.
If you want us to stop, just ask Richard to pull over. We'll pull over. It's not a problem.
It's I
lady,
had a
I think
vision.
you really need a drink.
You had a
No,
vision that you wanted to cause a pile up on this.
No, this is not
wonderful
safe for
car.
us. We should stop following. It's not safe. We could figure it out later.
We can do that without causing a massive car accident.
I put on my seatbelt. That's what I did. during that.
They have seatbelts in 1920.
They did. I just checked it. Apparently, they added him to
Um,
airplanes as well.
Bingley is gonna open the door and walk out.
Okay.
I'm like, you guys, I almost died. I don't like that. I'm gonna go home with my nice bottle that I was kind enough to offer all y'all. And you, Mr. Andrew, would you look up what the Bingleys did? Because like Lee family is very, very important in this country. Like you should totally learn about that. You should know who my father is. And then Bingley sort of just see ya and walks away.
Save yourself, handsome man. This is a mystery that is too dangerous. Live your beautiful life.
I take a
All
note
right.
to go through the Lee's finances with a fine-tooth comb.
There's nothing
Explain-
you will find there.
Let's just pull off to the side of the road. Can you explain this vision, please?
It's very complicated and metaphysical, but we just cannot follow right now. I'm sorry if your
Can I have
science
a
cannot
little-
understand.
No, I can understand everything. Like I said, statistics, probability, it's all fine. Everything has an explanation, darling. I just need to know the details so I can run a little math here.
It's not details. It's feelings and visions,
Mhm.
and we cannot follow.
Collective unconscious, yes, I understand that completely.
When you say it, it sounds offensive.
I don't know what's offensive about the wonders of the world being discovered by man through science. I don't.
No, I feel a rage. It's building up, and I'm not a violent well, I was a little violent back there,
I
but only
mean-
for the right purposes.
Fair enough. I have no desire to get into another car accident right now, so,
But that wasn't an
Mr.
accident. It happened the way it was supposed to. With us
Because
stopping.
of split-second mathematical timing and precision.
Oh,
Yes,
why?
With us stopped, can I take just to by chance a look around to see if there's anything indicative of
Sure.
something to get us on the track here?
Yeah, roll
of
me a
these-
spot hidden.
Of these here ne'er-do-wells. Oh no, man! I am just rolling trash. 90. Yep.
Nope. You got absolutely nothing.
Now there's just all kinds of wheel, whatever, skid marks. Mostly from
And,
ourselves.
the driver did pull over and stop.
Yep. I guess I'm just shaking my head. This has gone terribly from from my point of view.
All right. Well, I have a suggestion. How far away has Bing gotten from the car by now? I think you might be muted.
Not that
Liza.
far. Not that far because he's like just standing there and then drinking, and he's like he's just like stupid. You know, I just wanted a drink. And then this FBI doesn't even know who my dad is. It's really annoying. He's just drinking there, so he's not very far. He's just he
You all
doesn't want
know
to be in
that-
the car anymore.
You all know that if Bing got caught right now, like by anyone that walked by, that Bing would immediately go to jail.
Mhm. Darling, we have a private wine cellar at my house. I think that my husband and my father should be busy entertaining their guests. Would you all care to come with me and we can discuss all that we know further?
Fine, but she has to stay away from that steering wheel.
It only happened once. I've been around steering wheels many times. That is the only time.
I have
So,
a wonderful collection
statistically,
of
you're fine.
magical tomes that you could look through in my library.
Yes. Anything that is not the pursuit of that which we should not pursue right now.
I mean, it's all geometry and math, but anyway, it's fine. You can have a look at my collection.
The more
Am
you
I
speak,
taking you-
the more suspicious I get.
So
Are we going home, ma'am? The driver says.
Yes, please. Make sure we come around the back. I don't want to
Of course.
I
Mm.
I ride the car, sit in the same seat, but like holding up my hands. These are these are weapons that I've trained with.
Yes.
So these are legally weapons. Had them.
I believe you. They will be
Good.
unnecessary, but if you wish to keep them at the ready, they're make very beautiful angles for a beautiful man.
It
He is
doesn't.
very flattered. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, I am beautiful.
It doesn't take you long for all of you to make it to Justine's chateau, as the driver takes you around the back, goes directly into the rear garage, and the driver gets out and opens the door for all of you, and says, "No, no. What would you like me to tell the sir of the house?"
Mm, I'm. I don't know. Just tell him I have a migraine or something.
And he nods and he starts buffing the car.
You're a good man, Richard.
Yeah, where would you like to take everyone?
I'm gonna take them in sort of through back ways up into my own personal library and office where I do most of my own work, which ends up being taken as credited by my husband, but that's not the point.
As you all walk up, you can see how beautiful and lavish this home is. Andrew, no
Yes.
matter what position you ever were going to ever get into in the FBI or anywhere in the government, you would never be able to afford anything like this. This is like a house that like your buddy has. Like
Nice house. That's
uh,
cool.
Miss Temple, also massive home, massive wealth in here. But the thing that excites you the most is the fact that there are things about the house, simple chandeliers, lanterns, even some of the wallpaper that has been chosen throughout the house has some level, maybe intentional or unintentional, of occult symbols, or as Justine explains them, mathematical symbols.
I would say that Marion starts like, if you understand that this is one of the sacred symbols of Ra, and the way that, and then I'm assuming Justine would bring up the angles of the triangle, and Marion would eventually stop saying things and just kind of just under her breath, like, that's the perfect percent of the rays of. Oh, she'll never understand this. Okay, so like it's under her breath, she's talking about like.
You know, I managed to come across some pages from a copy of this this wonderful geometrist. I would call him. What was his name again? Bin Hazred, something along those lines. Just a few sketches, but it's the most wonderful geometry he's come up with these designs.
Yes, sure, I am a guest in your house.
You all get to the library. Is there anything specific any of you would like to do once you reach there? I'm sure Bingley is immediately asking for wine.
Where's this wine, Justine, that you promised me?
She opens up
I'm-
one of those globes that have.
Yes.
Ooh, fancy.
Um, is this the library? Does this have the kind of resources I could use to
It could
solve
I
my
don't know.
equation?
Why not use your library use?
Oh, that's a thing. I didn't notice that one. Dope. Oh man, please just roll something. Less than 90
Is
would
he
be
trying
nice.
to do math?
No, he's trying to do a little bit of math, but also just kind of I imagine you also have some like newspapers, stuff like that here as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's just trying to get any sort of information about what kind of car it could have been.
Okay.
I got
If there's any math involved, if there's any way I could give an assist somehow there, then I would.
I'm going to use 2 luck points to make that a 5th.
Wow.
Yeah, I rolled a 6.
Hell yeah.
Wow. That's
Five.
you all are just spending luck like it's a one shot. Anyways,
Just you wait. I have a lot of luck.
so yeah, you start looking through based off of the weight, based off of the wheel distance. You know that this is a GMC DPL Dams is the vehicle. It's basically a delivery truck.
Okay. I will have to get that information to somewhere that it will be useful. Da, 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 da.
She has
Is
a
in-
second. Marion would love to use the library as well.
Sure. What would you like to use?
Well, she's as a
Get the
role
truck.
or just what's she looking up?
In general, both. I need both.
Yeah. Oh, well, she's definitely using library use. That is her highest. So what she's doing is specifically, so she's going to try to figure out if she can understand more about what Madame Blosky is involved in, because she's trying to figure this out if there's a chance that her husband's involved or not. So I think she's specifically looking for this idea of wetness. What sort of possible occultism? And as she's looking up, she's whispering at the books. I know she doesn't understand. But I understand. So why don't you tell me what you really know?
Fair
And
enough.
she will roll her 80 library use.
While this is going on, can I also try and look through the library to see if I can try and figure out what kind of substance this is that is not champagne?
Sure.
Would that also be library or education?
That would probably be education.
Okay.
Actually, you choose. You choose what you want. You could also use like medicine or stuff like that.
I'll do education, I guess.
And Miss Temple, what is your library role?
18 under 80.
Is that a fifth?
No, it's almost, but
Do you want to use your luck?
like you make a good argument, and I'm sure I'll. Yes, she does. These poor books, like this one's barely been touched. Look, it's barely been touched. It has more like fairy tales. She'd never understand. I do.
So as you're going through her books, you find a cryptid book that has a lot of symbols that represent definitely not math. And you open it up and you take the information of wet. You take the information of the fact that they were completely covered, like masks they were wearing complete full masks, they were wearing gloves, and that they were wet. And it hits you when you literally open up to a random page in the book and you look and you see the depiction of these frog-like humanoids who stand up on two legs but have webbed hands and webbed feet and have to live near water or in water. And you read the words and you convert it over into a different language in which you can pronounce it, and you read out deep ones.
She'll go, ha ha! See, if you know how to treat the books, they'll know how to treat you. They'll give you the answers, but you have to be willing to listen. And she'll pop it down on a table and point.
Is that the one about the speculative biology from like millions of years ago? Different ideas on convergent evolution?
She'll slam her fist on the table. No! No, this is about deep ones. This is about monsters. This is about the very monsters that we were going to go willy-nilly chase.
I mean, monsters is a little harsh. If they evolved on this planet, then they might be just like us.
Then they're monsters.
I'm gonna
That's
pull that
fair.
book over and give it a little gander.
And open to the book, you can see that it is mixed languages that is in here, but you very clearly see a depiction of these frog-like. You can see that patches of their skin have like not gills, but what is it called? The fish fins, the Scales. Wow,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
difficult. You see patches of scales on their body, and they look human, but they look like they had been corrupted. And so they literally have, like, on their face will have patches of it on their face. You can see some of them have gills. All of them are depicted with webbed hands and feet. Some of them, their eyes closed sideways. Like, it's this
I'm
grotesque look.
I'm gonna look at it, and then I'm gonna just drop it back on the ground and scoff.
Bingley is gonna walk to it and just look at it and see it. It's like, one of our factories makes a cream that might help with that rash thing on that face there. What are these people? What's wrong with them?
They are
Well-
unfathomable. That is what's wrong with them. To pick up the book and dust it off and put it on the table. I don't think any of you are ready for this.
Unfathomable. Bleh.
I am quite excited to meet divergent evolutionary species. That is very entertaining.
Well,
Yeah.
They
And then
might
I could
drag
tell
you
them
to the
about my
deep
dad.
first.
well, while you guys talk about monsters and stories, is
Oh,
I guess
got
it-
I
go
got a
ahead.
success in that that roll for the substance of the poison or whatever.
Ooh.
With
So
education.
you go through the poison, and you can you're not sure what exactly it is. Like, you can't be like, oh, it's mitochondriac
Yeah.
blah blah blah, right? But you're like
Yeah.
you're like oh, this you basically can figure out the basic symptoms of what this is, which is this is basically will cause everyone to pass out, and they will awake in a few hours.
Okay.
Was it just a normal success?
Just a normal success.
Okay. Yep.
I it's really weird to think about the lack of technology in the 1920s. I
want to go on the internet. Fuck.
yeah. Well, even like I want to call a contact. Oh wait, with the knowledge that it is a GMC predominantly delivery truck, and I don't like. Is there any connections I can make between that and what I may have known from bugging Jimmy's phone and the reason I've been so behind, trying to follow up with Jimmy here, that there's any, like, I don't know, connections to be made there?
I mean, Jimmy is the mayor. Jimmy has his fingers in all of the pies,
Right.
right? This is a delivery vehicle, which means that it's probably not going to be housed in a residential area, which cuts out a large portion of the city. So you're able to know that this is definitely going to be a factory or at a factory.
Lee, the whole time it was Lee.
But it's definitely going to be at, like, a manufacturing company.
So, and with that said, what I know of the location, I'm not so much due to the story, more due to the fact that everything was so wet. Is there a nearest body of water the factory?
You're in New York, baby. Water's all around you. But
But
if you want to
from
make
the-
connection, yeah, if you want to try to make a connection, maybe there are definitely, thinking of water, there's definitely places that ship fish out to restaurants. You know what I mean? Like, if it's just like, if that's implying that it was just water, but if it was something else, it could also be the place that manufactures the liquor. It could be, you know what I mean? Which means it might be in a hidden, like, it might be in a factory, but it's in a part of a factory that is kind of hidden off, which, as well as anyone else, that, the liquor has to be made somewhere. And so places get raided regularly. Anything dealing with water whatsoever, places that sell ice for ice boxes, stuff like that.
Does Andrew share his discoveries?
Yeah, about the model of the truck for sure.
Well, I might have a map here around here somewhere. What are the odds that I have a map, Keeper? A map of New York?
Easily.
All right.
New Yorkers
well,
always have maps.
okay, so I'll put a big map out on the table. Move some of the books over and put the things down, and I will mark the location of the club and where we saw the van and the location that they were heading when we saw them moving.
As
Use the-
you're setting this up, one of your I assume you have a butler of some sort or a helping hand of the home.
Probably.
One of them walks in and goes, "Ma'am, you are being requested. The police are here."
You're coming with me, she says to Andrew.
Actually, ma'am, you all are being requested.
Oh, well,
And
now I
then-
don't feel so bad.
Bing looks up, is like, me too? I didn't even do anything. This is so stupid.
Because you're so well known.
Would you like me to bring them here, or would you like to meet them somewhere, ma'am?
I would say we can bring them to the parlor on the 3rd floor.
Of course, I'll have it prepared right now. And he leaves.
Thank you. You're gonna have to leave the booze, sweetheart. You know it's illegal.
Whatever. Nothing is illegal with rich people, but I guess. And then he puts it away and follows Justine.
It's the
Do you
20s.
all-
Cocaine was still legal, wasn't it?
Wait, is it still legal at this time? Sorry, not that I've
They used to sell liquor at pharmacies as medicine still. I mean, liquor was still very commonplace. You just don't you wouldn't drink it in front of a cop. You know what I mean? Like it just in general. But there was definitely very easily ways to get alcohol, and there were many cities that just didn't enforce it. I
Is-
mean,
Is there a particular direction that we followed in, like a northeast, southwest?
yeah, you went east from your
East?
location.
Okay.
I want to try and while they're preparing that parlor, I want to, using the information that we have, try and triangulate using physics and math. Well, using math at least, and math and physics, I guess, because they're different stats for me. But to try and narrow down a couple of possible locations.
I'm sorry, I gave you the wrong direction. West. They went west.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
So
I had to
could-
look up a map myself.
could I do that? Because and I don't know which one it would be rolling here, because I guess it would have to be math for this one.
What are you trying to get again? What's the information you're trying to gather?
So based on the direction we saw them leaving, where the club was, what we know about water and what they were driving, I want to try and narrow down a couple of possible locations in that general direction of where they might be.
So west of Chumleys is literally
Hudson River.
water. Yeah, like literally it's maybe like 3 blocks away.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's not a far distance to go from Chumleys to water. Along the waterway, there is a ton of things there. There's a bunch of people that fish there. There is there's just a cacophony of things that are there.
Okay, so maybe not enough points of reference to narrow something down. That's okay then. Shall we adjourn to the parlor?
Yes.
You get there and you see an officer in plain clothing greet all of you. Thank you all for meeting with me so late. I apologize on interrupting your party that you're having.
That is a-okay. What how'd you get here? How'd you find what's the commotion?
What's the hubbub?
You seem a little flabbergasted there, Andrew. Are you right there?
It's been a weird night. I found myself amongst weird company.
Oh,
Call
well,
yourself weird.
that's not nice to call people that you're with. Here's the deal, everyone. We know exactly what Chumleys is. We know exactly why you're at Chumleys. You weren't at Chumleys tonight. Everyone understand? Everyone clear with that?
Darling, I don't know what you're talking about.
But I was
Lovely.
at Chumley's. I went
No,
there.
Bingley, you were here helping me with my migraine the whole evening like the sweetheart you
Oh.
are.
Oh, We weren't at Tumley's. I got it. I got it.
Yeah, I think your father would be quite upset if we had to come down to the factory to arrest someone who was at a speakeasy. It would go really well in the press if we had to take in a big name. We understand, everyone?
Speaking of big names, is there any news on the status of Jimmy?
We're
Mayor Walker?
working on that right now. We have taken the information that someone so lovingly put on a note there that immediately was destroyed to not give away their presence at the location. But we have that information, and we are using it to the best of our knowledge. Have you gathered anything else?
Mm.
You know
Oh,
the make and model.
yeah,
now.
the truck. Yeah, it seems to be the vehicle they left in was some sort of delivery. I have the thing. GMC DNS.
It's a DP. It's a DP,
DPL. Yeah, DPL. Truck. Problem is, I'm assuming those are very common amongst as a delivery truck.
It's that's a pretty new model.
Okay. Okay.
So that might narrow it down a little bit. I appreciate your help in with the FBI agents, but this is currently going to just come down to our level. I appreciate your help on everything. Now y'all have a real great night. All right.
Yeah.
A question: is this man a little bit more wet than he should be?
Roll me a
ask that
spot.
question.
Roll me a spot hidden.
It's far too
It's
personal.
very
For
rude.
dampness.
Well, excuse me.
Nah, I
You
didn't
can't
make
just
it.
ask people why they're wet.
I got a 59. I don't notice any unusual.
Yeah, he is. I mean, you definitely notice that he's not wet. So there's that. And he broke Bingley.
Yeah. Lord have mercy.
Perfect.
Does anyone want to make any other type of rolls or anything like that before this kind officer leaves?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to assess, and because Marion's fine with their night stopping because she's doing the best she can not to have anyone follow up. She's just wondering, she's looking to see if there's anything, any sort of a symbol, anything on him besides just his regular clothing that would say that he works for something beyond a earthly authority.
Okay, so you want to roll an occult?
Absolutely.
All right, roll it.
71, which is still under 75, but not much.
You notice right at the cuff of his jacket that his skin is a little bit gray and possibly a little bit of, is that a little scale maybe that you see on his wrist?
Right. Okay.
As you're looking at him, he grabs at his sleeve and pulls it down. All right, now you all have a good night. As he turns around and starts walking away.
I'm going to walk with him a ways.
Okay.
And I want to try and charm, I think is the correct thing here.
Charm is a...
Yeah, and I want to basically indicate that I gave him a couple details, and I've been on this case for I've been following on Jimmy for so long. Is there anything he can tell me to let me just sleep a little better at night tonight? Anything they found at the bar or anything extra? Anything extra that they may have found that we had missed, having not done much of a look at the actual location.
Yeah, so roll me a charm.
I'll make fishy glubs at him and see if he understands.
Andrew heads out of the room while that happens. Miss Temple, do you mention to anyone else of what you saw?
Not right away, but she is calculating in her head, and she's hoping it is a scarier thing than not. So she'll be. There are forces greater than we know watching us right now. That man is not just of an earthly authority, he had scales. We made the right choice. We should not pursue this any further.
Do you think he needs like some sort of cream? I could have given him my dad's card.
I've grown very fond of you, Bing, and I do not wish harm to come to you. Do not offer this man a card.
Okay.
So I'm
Might have embarrassed
confused.
him or something.
If you were looking for your friend, I apologize. I can't remember her name at the moment. I think I had a little bit too much to drink out of that bottle that being bought. Why wouldn't you want to follow them?
And she's just thinking for a second. I just have a feeling that we went as far as we were supposed to, and to go any farther, and she speaks now very much out of a place of truth, would be beyond dangerous.
I rolled a 20.
This isn't math.
5 or 27.
ro-
So I
27?
got the half.
Okay. And you walk out there, and as you're trying to get any information, he goes, "Look, I understand what you're here for, and I appreciate it. We got to get these guys off the streets. What I know, I'm afraid, might interfere with our investigation. But that being said, you know, I don't think Jimmy was directly involved with any sort of mobsters, at least from what we can tell. I think he was avoiding you for other reasons." And when he says that, it clicks with you that you never told him that he was avoiding you. And he goes, "All right, now have a good night." As he tips his hat, and you see the scale as well. And he turns and walks out.
You as well, officer.
And he walks out.
Kind of shaking my head, kind of not too sure if I saw what I saw. I guess I might return and maybe take another gander at that little book, that little crypto zoology book. Just a little cheeky gander when nobody's looking.
So Justine will respond to Marion that I agree that putting ourselves in pointless danger is never of benefit to anybody, but I am at my core a scientist, or as you are, a delver into the mysteries of the unknown, and I don't feel like I can leave a mystery like this just sitting there. It's too tantalizing.
That's where you and I differ greatly. I think there are many mysteries that we are not ready for. Ones that would not just hurt our physical selves, but tear us apart on a metaphysical level. I need you to understand this, Justine. You've been very kind, but I need you to know that there's real danger. My husband was like you and didn't see danger, only mystery, and I'm still looking for him.
Well, maybe we can help you find him. I think that's worth a little bit of danger, isn't it?
And she doesn't say anything.
Night closes on all of you on this faithful night, this night in which you all gathered and met. The next morning, news is on the radio. Jimmy Walker gone missing. No signs of anything. Trying to figure out where he's going. Local speakeasy broken into after a mass poisoning of underdeveloped alcohol. Next on this later today, you all maintain in touch, but each of you have a different experience. Andrew, when you get back to the office, you're handed paperwork letting you know that you're going to be removed from field duty and that you're needed in the office. Justine, when you wake up the next morning, your husband is irate. Apparently, the police are outside the house constantly. And he knows something has to do with you. Bingley, your father cuts your allowance completely. The police continue to go up to his factories and hassle workers and hassle people over this time, and he is furious because he knows it has to do with you, because he constantly the police constantly ask and are watching, and all of you catch at the corner of your eye some car or someone that just walks out of the alley and is just staring at you. Miss Temple, you make it home, and on your nightstand is a note written in your husband's handwriting that says, "I'm not gone." All of you have spent the last year. You've remained in contact with each other. Maybe not the bestest friends, or maybe the bestest friends, depending on how you want to do this. But I would like each of you to describe what you have done in the last year and how that has reflected in the new additional 100 points of power that you've gained. So let's start with Justine. What have you learned, and how did you learn those things?
Well, Justine had taken some of Marion's warnings to heart, but in a very different way than Marion might want her to. And she started studying a lot harder on the nature of geometry and speculative evolutionary biology. And she started studying all the texts that she'd collected from Dr. Amrani a lot more and more detail to really understand the physics behind it. And she was taking time to work on her Arabic, because a lot of the books that Ahmed had procured for her were in Arabic. So she has spent her time practicing all of those things, and she feels like she's on the cusp of really understanding how the physics of reality work. And I would say that in certain contexts, she has given up the pretense of really helping her husband at all. She's like, you know what? Let him make a fool of himself. I don't care. I love the man, but he can make a fool of himself. It's all right. I'm not going to help fix his work anymore. He went to Yale. He should have studied. I don't care that his family's rich. I have also been giving Bing an allowance because, it's nobody should publicly know that he has lost access to his fortune, because, I mean, there's no need for him to be involved in the scandal. And
Okay.
So she has spent her time doing that and studying a lot of the mathematical formula, aka spells, in these books, to really try and improve these things, and learning as much as she can.
Speaking of Bing, what have you been doing this last year, and how is that reflected in your skills?
Bing is upset. Bing is upset. He's like, I didn't even want to go there. I didn't even want to hang out. All I wanted was to drink my booze and go home. That's all I wanted to do. And he didn't get to do it. So the first thing that he did is he learned how to shoot some guns. So he learned a lot more when it comes to firearms, and decided, like, okay, you know what? This is how I'm gonna get rid of my anger. Like, because he feels a lot of like upsetness at his dad. How dare his dad cut him off? He didn't even do anything. This is bullshit. And then um, he's also been like driving around. So just like trying to like stay away from home because he doesn't want to be around his dad. So he uses the allowance that Justine has given him and is like just leasing cars and just like I like this car, I'm gonna get this car and it's really fast, it's really good. That's what Bing has been doing. Um, and then he's also learned how to swim just because the whole witness idea in his head has now been like, what if they drown me or something? Well, they can't drown me. I'm really good at swimming. So I'm going to learn how to swim. But yeah, that's basically what he spends his time doing, just improving, you know, um, his shooting skills. Let me see, what else did I do? I think the fighting. No, no, not the fighting. The shooting, the swimming, the driving, and yeah.
Okay. What about you, Miss Temple?
Uh, well, she feels she's absolutely going in the right direction. This is the most proof she has ever received. So, first she's been continuing her occult studies. She has picked up a pistol because she doesn't know where or when, but someone might have to be stopped. Plus, she's kind of been keeping an eye on these three other folks to see if they decide to try to do something that maybe they don't need to be doing.
Okay. Andrew, what about you?
Um, in light of being put on desk duty, I imagine quite a bit of indignation led Andrew towards a couple things. He got a little bit more on the psychology and the spotting hidden side of things. I decided to put a little more points in there because of I think that would facilitate his newfound sort of job. Also, history in light of um, all of these sort of new details that are coming through with, the not really being sure. Maybe that doesn't necessarily fit in, but not being sure with like the cop obviously knew more information
Sure.
than he let on, and I should be the one with more information than they have as far as roles are concerned. So little things like that, trying to figure out exactly how this is all working out, knowing that I'm going to have to do so from behind a desk, at least in the meantime. I also I pumped quite a few points in the gun as a sense of I dropped the ball, not taking shots at Mr. Mittens. So I imagine that drove sort of this won't happen again. This will never happen again. I'll never ever miss out on that again. And then some swimming because of that little itch over the scales that I don't entirely believe, but I know I saw. So
Sure.
fishy people and things.
You all wake up, you doing your traditional things, you listen to the news because that's what happens in 1928. And you hear a very familiar report, something that you've heard a lot of lately. Another missing group of people gone missing. This time in northern New York, we have lost quite a few people. This has brought up the toll up to 800 missing people over the last year. This is an unprecedented amount of people that have been going missing. Please, if anyone has any information about individuals that have been going missing, please inform your local authorities. Thank you. You don't know exactly who made the phone call or who started it. Andrew thinks Bing Lee called him. Bing Lee thinks that Justine called him. Justine thinks Andrew called her. Marion thinks they all called her. But you all find yourself at the bar at Chum Lee's, almost an exact year to the date. Marion, I imagine you're probably the last one to walk
Absolutely.
in.
Absolutely. I don't have these three.
You walk in and you see the other three sitting there with a drink. You notice very quickly that the whole bar itself is pretty damn empty, especially compared to your only other experience in this place. And you walk up to the bar, and the three of you sit, or the four of you sit there. You three see Marion walk in. You all also know that this place is kind of dead, but Bing and Justine, after that night, Chumley's was down for about a month, but then came back up and has never really reached its height of popularity as it did before. The four of you sit there as you see Marion walk in and sit down at the bar. And the bartender walks over to you, Marion. What can I get you?
I have plenty in front of me right now. What can I get you? And she slides him a card.
He looks at the card. Is it your like fortune telling thing?
It's a tarot card.
And what card is it?
The devil.
This happens every once in a while. These church people come in here. They find out that this is a speakeasy and they start harassing us. If you can keep yourself down, I don't have to kick you out. All right? I don't care.
That's not harassment. That's a gift. And she'll turn away.
Is she with you? As the bartender looks at the three of you.
Bing looks at the bartender and goes, "Yeah, unfortunately, she is a weird one though, but she likes me, so she thinks I'm pretty, and that always makes me feel like real good." So
I'll take an old-fashioned in her stead, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Andrew? In my year of desk work, was I able to root up any wrongdoing on behalf of the Lee family?
The Lee family is clean as a whistle.
We are clean, baby.
I'm gonna pull out copies of the paperwork saying so, and provide it to Bingley. For the next time someone doesn't know your family's impeccable record.
Bingley will look at it, and you see this like look on his face that's like, I don't understand this. And it's just like, thank you. And just puts it away or something. It's like I don't know how to read that, that meme with the dog. But that's basically how it is. He looks at it and is like, oh, all right, thanks.
Oh, Bing. Yeah, I don't think I'd be drinking, so no drink.
The bartender, as he cleans some glasses, looks over at the four of you and goes, "It's crazy, all these missing people, right? 800 people. That's insane."
That's a lot.
Speaking of Bing, why did you invite, I'm assuming, all of us here? I'm speaking in turn, right? That's what I think happened?
What are you talking about? You called me.
I didn't call anybody. I just wanted a drink. Or
I called you?
did I? Somebody called me.
Yes, you did. I don't know if a year behind a desk has made you take up, I don't know, opium or something, but you definitely gave me a call.
It's good, though.
I don't even know what an opium is.
Liar!
You all three called me.
All right.
First of all, you're kind of cute. But second of all, I don't even have your number. How would I call you?
If something is meant to be, it'll be meant to be. And I'm sorry, my husband is missing, but I am still desperately devoted to him. But in another world, reaches out her hand to Bing's, we could have been something.
We would have been great, baby.
Vanilla Sky, My Life with Cool Cats.
That is absolutely beautiful. And
you too, Miss Justine. We would have been perfect.
That goes without saying, sweetheart.
Thank
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna take a gander around now that I'm a little more perturbed by the weirdness of the circumstance. To see if I can spot anything.
I would like to make an occult roll while he's doing that. I am looking for any symbology on this bartender or in the bottles or anything that is around.
Sure.
Nameology. Oh, that's a big roll. Wow.
Oh my goodness, that is delicious.
Yeah, I got the 5th.
Me too.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
You both did?
Yeah.
You do not see anything of occult. Let me rephrase that. Occult symbols exist in day-to-day objects, but most people
Mm.
don't even recognize or understand that they're even occult in the first place.
Mm.
And you see those very common things on bottles, on, the fact that horseshoes are above certain doors, those exist. And you kind of cut through all of that BS and you look around the room and see that this place is not an occult, like intentional occult location.
Mm.
You're able to clearly cut through. The bartender is the furthest away from anything occult. But as you're looking around and you kind of just gesture and start talking, he mentions that 2 people that worked there, the waitress that night, and he looks at you all and goes, that night that doesn't exist. She went missing in like 2 days after that night. And the one of my bussers, he went missing about a week and a half after that night. And it kind of clicks with you that those 2 people drank the champagne.
Hmm.
Hmm.
800 people fit in this room.
He looks at you, goes, "What? No. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to confuse you by that. Andrew, you are looking around the room, and you look at the bartender. You're looking around in this room, and while there isn't anything out of the norm of a speakeasy, like. You know that there is a door that exits out to 86th Street that they use to escape. And you know that, the door itself has multiple locks on it to prevent cops from coming in easily. There's like a forewarning system in there of like bells. Like all of that stuff, while in itself out of the norm, is very normal in this situation.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you've kind of gathered that. But what it does kind of ring and makes you feel weird is the fact that each of you claimed another person called them to come here.
Mhm.
And that doesn't feel right. That feels real weird.
So if everybody thinks we've called each other, I, it sounds like we're all pretty convinced we didn't do the calling. What, did you guys already, sorry, I'm asking out of character, did you guys already get only one of you got a drink, or Bing's probably drinking as well? I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
Bing's
a
been
drink.
drinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope it's not a repeat of last time, eh? I don't know
Bing
why
is
we
pissed.
would be here.
Bing is annoyed, and Bing is like, "This is some bullshit. I'm gonna go home before we get caught into any more stuff. I don't need to be cut off again. Wait, I'm still cut off.
I won't cut you off, darling. Don't worry.
Okay, okay. So can I go home?
I mean, you can go home, sure, but my dear bartending friend, what's his name, by the way?
Frankie.
Frankie. My dear Frankie, I do remember out of those folks that ended up drinking the champagne and passing out, the 2 you just mentioned were among them.
Yeah, that's right. I guess I didn't lose much then, since they were stealing.
Well, isn't it worth it to maybe figure out who some of the other names are that went missing. Maybe they were drinkers of the champagne as well.
I mean, the list is public information. They're trying to look for those people, so you could get that list. I mean, I don't keep tabs and records of who's here and who's not. I mean, there's some clear names that I remember being here, but
Would I know, in light of the attempts to sort of cover it all up, whether or not a list would be available through the police or would that list have probably been expunged?
Oh, I mean, those people were arrested.
Oh, okay. There were okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They were arrested for being poisoned and being at a speakeasy. So that's all record.
Right.
So you could easily get.
So
that.
I could I would. Okay. There's a general sense that I should now cross-reference these two lists of people missing and.
If you give me 5 of your luck points, I will say you have that list already.
Okay, let's do it. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, I will say you have that. And the Frankie goes, like you all hear a ring, and Frankie goes, hold on, I got a phone call. Don't steal anything. And he walks upstairs.
Rude. I would never steal anything. I'd pay for it full price.
Bing, I know you stole from me.
That was not. That wasn't even yours.
And he just keeps
Mine
walking
now.
Are we the only 4 who are here right now?
And Frankie.
I said this. Okay, and Frankie just went upstairs to get a phone
Yep.
call, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess. Go ahead.
Anybody else not liking that we are now alone in the very bar that we were just talking about? People going missing.
Definitely not liking it, but I don't know that I'd rather be standing outside either.
Marion reaches into her purse, pulls out a pistol, and puts it on the bar. Yeah, I don't like this at all.
Justine pulls out an interesting leather-bound book, which has some of her own notes scribbled in it. Oh, these are just some formulas I've been working on. Nothing, just in case.
Marion is absolutely looking at that book. And any other time, she'd absolutely go on a rant. But she's very concerned about their immediate danger. So she's like not looking at it. She's actively not looking at this book. That will cause her very much anger. That's fascinating, Justine.
Well, since you guys seem to have the protection in place, I'm going to pull out this fancy-dancy little list that I have so luckily brought with me.
It doesn't take long, and Frankie actually walks back downstairs, and he's got a real confused look, and goes, and looks at you, Marion, and go, "Are you Marion?"
Asking.
Well, I have a message from a Marion Bell Temple.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. It says, "She's got me. She's got me. She's holding me in here. Love, your husband."
Okay, that's right. Okay, we have to stop dilly-dallying here. Okay, it's time for action. Andrew, what's your list gonna do? What direction we're going? We have to go now. We have to go now. Come on, like mount up, regulate. Let's go.
So this isn't like
And
a
she's
sex
like standing up with the pistol.
I don't think so.
thing. Okay.
We gotta
Be really
important.
weird.
So, I guess the goal here is to see how many of these names are in both of these lists, if not all.
Well, Frankie, you have the list of people that were arrested,
Right.
and you know what? Yeah, you can have both lists. I'll say like the lists are public record, and so you can easily cross reference, and everyone roll. Anyone who wants to, because I know some of you have this, have library use. Anyone have a? If you would like to roll a library use, this will assist in the process and determine how long this will take.
All right, I'll
Marion's
roll
like, will
a
this make this go
library.
quicker? Fine. Give me papers. Okay.
So I rolled a 37.
I do not have library use. No.
Okay.
I just have the basic 20.
Okay.
Regular success on library use.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I got really good roll. Wait.
Holy shit.
Aww.
I got a 4.
Oh,
So proud.
that's awesome.
Bingley
Is that a
has
fifth for
their
you?
moment.
Bing has a moment of like,
Lucidity.
Bing's like I
Genius.
can. Bing's like I can match things really, really well. All right.
I got a 4, and I'm like really good at whatever is happening here.
I happen to be
I'm
real
a
good at
savant.
names.
Bing is like looking at the list and is like looks at it and just like maybe like 5 minutes of looking at it, holds it up and goes, yeah, everyone on this list is on this list.
They're all here. They're the
You're
same.
gifted. You have gifts. Do you know that you have gifts, Bang?
I don't have gifts. My mom had me tested.
Oh, my sweet
I
summer
am-
child.
Hmm?
You're
I'm
very special,
normal.
Bing.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay,
Mary-
what does that mean? What direction are
I
we
don't-
headed in?
I don't know. They're all the same. That's all I know.
Yeah. Oh, well,
They're
that's good.
both
That's
the
not
s-
your job. Andrew,
Okay.
what is this? What's all this mean? Make
Well,
this mean something.
Assumedly.
Jack throws it out. Make it mean something.
Make it mean something.
Well, it's hard without knowing exactly if there maybe is some, I don't know, localization on if only we had a handy dandy map, but and all the data. But assumedly, this means that there is been ongoing poisonings and abductions, and obviously it has a lot to do with what we witnessed and what we are now apparently involved in.
Frankie, do you have a map?
And he like looks up and he looks at like the decorative map that he has up on the wall. That's like the like the current subway system that like barely exists right now. And he's like, I got this, which definitely gives you streets and stuff like that.
I suppose that's good enough. All right.
Again, I want to start the stereotype. Every New Yorker has a map of New York. Okay?
Perhaps it is time for us to finish the pursuit we started.
Wow.
Maybe now is the time.
Sure. I just need some napkins quickly, and she'll put down the map and everything like that. And she's like, give me that list of names quickly. And like these people were here. She's writing down some formula, and she's thumbing through her book, and writing down some other formula and stuff like that. Give me some salt or something.
Frankie hands you like a salt shaker.
All right, so if I do this, okay, that pronunciation should get me there. All right, that's fine. Okay, I think I've worked out basically how to use the resonance of these people's names along with sort of like the salt as a semiconductor to kind of pinpoint where their electromagnetic frequency might be currently in New York. I think the formula works out correctly. I think the math is right.
Frankie is just like, what did I give you to drink? I gotta put that shit away. 'cause
Darling, it's science. Don't worry about it. It's all science.
It's clearly also bad.
So basically, I want to try and do a locator spell.
Okay, so you want to use a spell to try and figure out what piece of information.
Yeah, I want to see if any of these people are still around and alive.
Okay, you're gonna roll me an occult, and
Okay.
it's gonna cost you 1 magic point.
Okay, I shall do
Well,
so.
Here, 1 magic point to determine if they're alive, 2 magic points to determine their location
I'm gonna go
if
for
they're
2.
alive.
I'm gonna
Yeah?
go for 2. Why not? Because she's mapping the fuck out of this. All right. I'm gonna
Also,
spend-
those people who are watching, this is definitely not how magic works in this game.
definitely. All right. So the magic points are what there? The power, right?
On your sheet, right below your hit points,
Okay,
there
I
should be
see
a
the
number.
magic points. Okay, so I'm gonna spend 2 there, and I'm also gonna spend some luck because I want to get this to work. How much luck do I need to spend? A lot of luck, but I want. It's a one shot. It's fine. If Justine dies, she'll have done it in the pursuit of science. So I'm gonna spend enough luck to make this a success. Which is how much? Okay, cool. I'm down to like almost half the luck I started with, but that's
This
fine.
is the high cost of heresy.
That's fine. All right. Yes.
I
So she's
also want
she,
to point out that Bing Lee has all of his luck still.
good, good. She'd be a
He
lucky
does.
man. So she's like, yeah, she's got a little bit of salt on the map, and she's like writing out formula, and she's busy like speaking out words in Arabic. And yeah, my intention is for the salt in the places to move to little bits on the map and to glow if they are alive or dead and where they might be.
So, Marion, roll me an occult to try to determine what the hell Justine is doing. You all start to see the map shake a little bit, and you all see that the salt moves to the Hudson River. 100% of the salt.
Yeah, it's a regular success.
Okay, you understand that she is casting a spell. She is casting a location spell.
Yes. Yes. Justine, it enrages me that you just cast a perfect location spell and you will never refer to it as what it is. The gift that you have been given by the higher powers that look upon us.
You meaning
I
Ahmad?
hope you're not struck down someday.
I mean, Ahmad gave me this book. I don't know if he's a higher, but we're colleagues. It's not quite a higher power. Either way, I'm pretty sure they're in the Hudson.
That's more important. We'll worry about opening your other eyes later.
Wait,
I
Okay.
worry about her.
in the Hudson.
Are they alive or dead?
They're alive.
So,
And it's not like they're concentrated to one section. It is literally spread through the Hudson.
And you figured that out with
Are they
salt.
in the river? In the Hudson River? Like, are they like in the water?
do the subway tunnels go into the Hudson?
I don't remember if they go under yet, but that would only make it like single lines. This is
Okay.
literally the whole Hudson.
Oh, okay. So you remember, Frankie? I don't know if you want to like leave or something. It's your bar, or I guess it's your bar. But you know, we're talking about things, and
Look,
you know,
hold on. I get it. I don't want to. Whatever you've got going on here is definitely dangerous. I'm just gonna go lock the front door. Okay. You can still leave, but you know, at least call my name when you leave. All right. And he latches the front door and walks upstairs.
that's probably better for him. So you remember those like fish people? What did you call them, Marion? Deep ones was the name. Anyway, so what I think is that poison, which is not poison, kind of like started like a mutagenic process in them to like sort of unlock divergent paths of evolution inside them, and now they're all living in the Hudson as fish people.
You seem oddly okay with that.
It's all
Just-
science. It's not a problem.
I would like you
You have-
all to make your first sanity roll.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Excellent. How do we do
Except
that?
for Marion, it's not the knowledge, it's Justine.
Jesus.
So you're all going to roll, and you're going to try to go below your sanity number.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
That one looks good. That one
She's
looks
really
good.
upset at Justine.
Okay, I'm below my sanity number.
Okay,
I'm
I got a
not.
10.
you're not. Okay, Andrew.
I'm not.
I'm
Andrew,
looking for my sanity number.
It's under
up at the
luck.
top. Yeah, it's up at the top next to left. Andrew,
It's empty.
it should have auto
Oh, shit.
filled.
Flashbacks
I
to the
guess-
scale policeman.
Wasn't it power?
Yeah, it was. Yes, it's equal to your power number. Your
Okay.
POW. Yeah.
right.
Andrew, as you're starting to think about this, and it's the world around you is starting to change shape, and it's strange and weird, and people turning into fish people and deep ones, and you definitely remember seeing those scales. You're gonna take 5 sanity points.
Okay, and
So you're gonna
I just write
you're
the
gonna-
5 in current.
no in current. You're gonna drop your whatever your starting sanity by 5.
Got it. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, and then if I ever get below the insane number, that's when there's like a mental
Yep.
break or what have you. Okay,
Yep.
I understand. Cool.
Miss Temple. Did you
Yeah,
succeed?
no.
Okay.
No, she didn't.
You're gonna take 4.
Okay, yeah. This all makes not sense.
Bingley,
I
what
wrote-
about you?
I rolled a 40. My sanity is 45.
So
Does
you're
that mean I
under.
suc-
Yeah,
Oh,
you're under.
sweet.
You're fine.
Okay. Right. Cool.
Whether it's the understanding of what's going on, or just the fact that you're like, yeah, fish people can exist. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like it does not phase you whatsoever. And Justine is clearly using math as a means to understand in genomes and how this all works. But Marion and Andrew, the two of you are just like, okay, this is not supposed to happen. This is not supposed to exist.
I mean, do you guys remember back in Justine's house, mansion? Amazing, big place.
I mean, it's a cottage, but
Summer house.
that policeman that found us, I always wondered how he found us, how he knew where we were, much less the fact that I could have sworn I saw a scale of some sort. I thought I was imagining it. I still think I'm imagining
Probably
it.
a skin condition.
Yeah, maybe some of that Lee lotion, as you've.
Wait. The Lee lotion will fix it. It doesn't cause the skin condition.
Oh, yes.
I need
yes.
this to be clear to you, Mr. Andrew. I don't need you to be sharing some weird things about the Lee Foundation factories. Thank you.
Yeah, no, there's much more weird things on at play here. And I remember
Andrew, don't talk yourself out of the truth. You saw the truth. I saw the truth.
Well, I don't know how he knew things about my operation he shouldn't have. I don't know who knows what. I don't know.
huh.
And it's been a
So-
year? A year? The mayor could have been a fish for a year?
I mean, that tracks. Apparently, he's still alive.
So are they turning into fish people? Were they? Yeah, I guess. It's probably a skin condition. I feel bad for them. Yeah, you know.
Well, they're
Those-
alive, and they haven't come out looking for the other families, so maybe they're okay with it. I don't know.
No. If someone's missing and they want to come back, they'll do everything it takes to come back.
So what about your
should go to the-
husband?
Did my spell pick up her
He's-
husband at all?
Her husband was not on the list.
Yeah.
Ah, right. I was using the list as a focus. Excellent.
She'll go, Andrew, did you say my husband's name? Did you bring my husband into this? Because you know nothing of my husband, you know nothing of his work, and you don't know what he would do to come back. Now we need to go to that river. And we need to look at those people, and we need to find those missing people.
I mean, if you want me
not
to
gonna get
take you
better.
through the math quickly, you could try do this for your husband.
Justine! She'll
Yes.
knock the drinks off the bar. Dean, I don't have time. None of us have time for your number fairy tales. We are in actual, true, deep danger that you cannot understand. She'll take the book and almost throw it, and she'll put it back down. We have to work together.
Well, yes, we do, and we want to find your husband. So
I want to find my husband.
Don't
You all are doing whatever you're doing,
don't
but
you
maybe
have
we're moving in the
visions?
same direction.
Don't you have visions or something? Things are getting all kinds of weird.
Marion,
You want me just to like
So is your husband like another fish person?
Oh,
Bing? I don't want to fight you.
Marion, you notice that on the map, a few of the salt grains are around the Chumley.
Okay. All right. She grabs her pistol and she'll just start pointing there. They're coming.
um
what fish people?
Frankie, we're probably leaving.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't die or anything.
Why would I die? What the fuck is going on?
I think people are coming. Bye.
Oh shit. And you hear him like down the stairs.
So back door.
Yeah.
Probably the best
Sounds
choice.
about right. Let's go.
We're taking the same exit the van did originally. Let's go.
You step outside, and sure enough, all of you see that there's someone in the alley.
What time
and-
of day is it?
This is like dusk.
Okay.
Like it's just about to become night. Like so
Gotcha.
there's a little bit of orange glow, but it's gonna be rapidly hitting nighttime.
I see.
And as you all see this person, you see them turn tail and run as they hit a trash can and it falls over and it rolls through and they just keep running down the alley.
Marion instantly starts running after.
Okay. And it's a
I
foot
think-
chase.
No, that might be a trap, but okay.
Anyone else
Bing-
following?
Yeah, I'm
Bing-
gonna run with Marion.
Bing is gonna look back and is like, and then starts running as well.
I will run as well, and I do have a very small little hand pistol that fits in my purse, but I'm not good with it. This is just a last resort.
Sure. All of you roll me a size roll.
Size.
Okay, there it is. It's pretty high. Not bad.
Cause you a beefy boy.
13.
Nope.
No.
55,
Doesn't
so
have-
I made it.
Okay.
I got the fifth.
Bingley, you're muted.
So I got 15. I'm gonna use my 1 luck point to make it 14. So it's fifth.
Oh, we
Is that how that
we
works?
got fifth.
Yep. Okay, so 2 of you get 5th. The 2 of you easily catch up. You see literally Andrew starts running after the fact and
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
catches up, and Bingley is the last one to move and also catches up, and literally the 2 of them just grab this dude and just pull him up and throw him against the wall. The 2 of you, it's almost like you practice this. Like the 2 of you are like used to either like beating people up or busting perps, as they say. And as you turn him around, his trench coat flies open. You can see that his flesh is a gray bubble that has scales on it. His face is like flattened out as his mouth like reaches all the way back, and you can see that he has gills, but there's like these metal objects on the side of it that has got bubbling water in it. And he looks at you and goes,
I imagine.
Yeah.
I might
I
release
don't
a
think-
hand. Like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna need you all to roll me another sanity roll.
Yeah, that sweet
Before I
sanity.
do that,
This might
Bingley is
dictate
gonna
whether I
say,
say what the fuck.
Bingley is gonna say, I don't think my
I made
dad's
this
cream
one.
could fix that.
I made that one. 31. Yay.
Nice.
Yeah. Oddly enough, Marion's fine
Okay,
with this.
I'm in cop mode now. I'm in detective mode.
Now Justine fails.
I got
Seeing
my
the
gun.
actual
There we go, hey.
biological evidence in front of her.
27.
I failed by does the amount I failed by matter? Because
No. Depending on the severity of the thing, Not necessarily your save, but the severity of what you're seeing dictates the damage in which you take.
Okay.
So you're going to take 11 sanity points.
Mm.
I was rolling a d12 for that, and I rolled one below max. So, did anyone else fail?
No, Bingley passed with a 27.
Perfect. Nice. And it's literally is not speaking any languages that any of you know. It's literally gargling and bubbling, and you can see it's like fishy fingers have like little hooked nails, almost like claws at the end of each of its webbed fingers, and it's just like
Imagine
Mary gets right up. Yeah.
Oh
She's
yeah.
like, "Where's my husband? You fish bastard! Where's my husband? No, it's not an answer."
And sure enough, on the alley on both directions, you see two people show up. As it curdles out, you hear all five of them simultaneously. As you can see that their fishy fingers are out and they're slowly moving towards you.
Guys, we can fix this. We just have to go to my dad's house. He knows a lot of people. I'm sure we can figure out some way to fix you.
Being surgery is not gonna fix this. I'm sorry, but there's no amount of your cream that is gonna fix whatever the fuck that thing is.
Are you sure?
I mean, convergent evolution, my ass. I mean, this is disgusting.
The smell is atrocious. It smells.
It's like
just like
anchovies that have been left out in the sun.
It's literally the smell of what the Hudson River smells like. So, you know.
All right, I think
are there
Mary's gonna
any-
try to take a shot at one of them.
Mary, go for it.
She's
Roll
done.
It.
Are there
Roll
any other exits to where we are right now that would take us to safety?
It's on an alleyway, and there is a overhang that you could probably pull the fire escape down and try to escape through the building, but there's no ground level escape.
I'm gonna try do that.
Okay, roll me. So you got to try to. Are you gonna try to jump up to the fire escape? How are you gonna try to?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a. Oh, stupid character sheet. Accounting. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Roll me. Man, is there even a good roll for this?
Climb.
Yeah, I guess climb.
My climb is bad, but we'll do it.
Hey, it's a minimum of a 20, so you know.
No, she is still really freaked out. It was a real bad fail.
Scramble.
Love it. Marin, what is your roll your gun?
Yeah, she did. I spent 3 luck points, so it's a success.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Okay, I think I got this right because it said for this handgun it is 1d8. Does that sound reasonable?
Yep.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure. All right, which one of these is my d8? There. 4.
A 4. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm also gonna shoot.
Yeah, I guess we're popping.
And I rolled already, so I got a 20. But I'm gonna take 10 points of luck points because I have a lot, and bring it down to 10, so it's a 5th.
Nice. Okay.
Aw, damn.
I guess what fishy fish were you shooting at?
Whoever isn't, because there's like how many of them? Like 5?
There's a total of 5. 2 on one alleyway. Let's say 2 on the south side, 2 on the north side, and 1 that you have pinned up against the wall.
Yeah.
I will shoot. Oh, my beard moved. I will shoot. I will shoot the one who hasn't, like, whoever isn't being, shot at. I don't know. I'll do that.
Okay.
Or actually, I'll shoot both sides, so that I'll shoot 2 at like with a magic. I don't know.
Well, what kind of gun are you using, and what kind of damage are you doing?
I pulled a shotgun out of my pants.
That's totally. I've seen it. I've seen it happen.
Was that a shotgun in your pants where you just happened to see me?
Yes. Bingley pulled a shotgun out of his pants.
All right. Okay. All right. I believe with the shotgun, I believe it's got like a low reload speed. Let me look it up. 280 on that sheet, right? That was 280. Remember what page that was on?
I don't know.
250 is where it starts.
Thank you.
Yep.
250. All right. That's hand to hand. We are trying to find a handgun, rifle, shotgun. All right. 20 gauge, 16 gauge, 12 gauge, 12 gauge pump, 12 gauge shotgun, semi-automatic. I'm gonna say probably not that one. 12 gauge shotgun, 2-barrel sawed off. What kind of shotgun you get?
What? I actually don't know my shotgun.
So sawn off would make the most sense in terms of concealability. However, the fact that you were having it down your leg could get away with doing some sort of pump. Like I have seen it. It was on an episode of Cops one time.
I want the biggest one.
There we
go. The longest one, just so that it's like, and it's like under my pants. That is the one that I want. That is what Bingley will pull out.
Okay.
Of his pants.
The one that's almost
Good thing there's
ridiculous.
no athletics role here, because that has to be some athletic movement. Acrobatics, actually.
Okay. So, let's just say that you're doing a 12 gauge pump. Sorry, the 12. Yeah.
That sounds very on, like with what I would expect.
12 gauge pump is technically modern, so it's either got to be a 12 gauge double barrel, 16. I think a double barrel is the most amount of damage. So if you would like to use that one,
kind of.
Okay.
I'm actually Googling what a double barrel shotgun looks like.
It's got 2 barrels, literally.
Yeah.
It's the one you've probably seen in movies where it's like it looks very cowboy, kind of. It's got the 2.
Let's do that one.
You ever see
it's really long.
You ever see Bugs Bunny and
Yeah.
you know, like, okay, so so with this you can use 1 or 2 attacks per round, so you can attack a second time. Because you were at a 5th, you're going to do 4d6 damage on the first shot. There's only 2 bullets per magazine, so you will have to spend your next round reloading it.
Okay.
You thought it smelled bad in the alley before.
Oh God.
If they are taking their time firing stuff and Justine is still freaked out about everything, she's going to try and default back to math. So it's an alleyway. Do there happen to be any broken bottles around?
There's definitely trash around.
Can I locate a bottle of some sort or something that I could cut with?
Okay, your first round you tried to find an escape, so we're gonna say that was your first round. Bing is firing with his shotgun. Marion shot with her pistol, and then Andrew, I believe you are going to also shoot with your gun. Is that correct?
Oh yes, sorry.
I want to describe how I shoot, because now I've gotten a different idea of how I want to do this.
Okay.
So, instead of pulling the shotgun out of his pants, he is just gonna like balance one of his foot.
Oh my God.
Raises up his other foot. And like bends his feet in one way and aims for 2 at a time, like with the shotgun. Cause like shotguns, like they break up. Like you're trying to. He's trying to aim it where it hits 2 at a time, where it'll go through. Is that a thing that I can do in this game?
No.
Damn.
You're definitely going to be doing a lot of damage though. 4d6 is a ton of damage, especially when a normal success only does 1d6. So Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just normal. Well, I'll still do the foot lifting thing.
Sure.
But just one person then, I guess. Let me just roll my 46. So that's 5, 6, 4, and a 1. I am bad at math.
6
I'm
and 4
pulling
is
up a calculator.
10. 5 is 16.
That's fine. You're right. It's 16.
Nice.
16 damage. All right.
Yeah.
Let me see if this is still. You literally see this one just poof, as it just gets
Oh.
blown away.
Sweet. Bing is on the ground.
Okay.
He's just sitting down on the ground now. And
Would you
he's-
like to? You can use 2 rounds in a round, or 2 shots in a
Oh.
round. Would you like to use a second shot?
Yeah, shoot the other one.
Okay. Roll your gun
While
again.
he's sitting down, he's gonna
Mhm.
shoot the other one,
Oh.
lifting it up a little bit more. Let me just roll my dice here. That is 4 plus 5. It's 9 plus 3. 12. Oh. Yeah, sure. I'm a preschool teacher, and I did
Wait,
not learn math.
What did you roll to hit?
Should I be rolling a 46 or only just 1d6?
No. You're rolling the percentile dice again.
Oh, do I roll the percentile? Okay, wait. let me
Yeah.
just do that again.
So your first shot, you use the luck points to critically succeed, which allowed you to do the 4d6 damage.
Okay.
So you're firing again at a second one. So you gotta try to shoot that one.
Okay. And that is a 50. That is a 50. So it's just a
Okay.
normal success.
Okay, so a normal success is gonna be 1d6.
Oh well. It's a 5. So
All right. And how much did you do, Marion?
I think it was like it was a 1d6. I think it was a 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
It was a 4.
Okay. All right. And Andrew, you're the last one in the round.
Yeah, it's so strange. I don't know how I feel about all this fish people and shooting and knowing that there were once people. So I will, in light of the horror of it all and the train, I think I will probably. Are we? So you have let go of Mr. Fishman that we're next to, right?
Oh,
Lee?
Bing is on the ground. So.
Yeah. So I'm now. Okay, so I imagine I'm gonna sort of. He's right there. They, I don't know this fish's pronouns. I imagine I'm gonna put like.
They them is safe. You know?
Yeah. Maybe there's like a word with that PIS sort of epithet because of the whatever. Pescatarian. I'm gonna shoot the fish that we've got in hand because
Okay.
that seems the most immediate
Yeah.
threat now that it's
For sure.
So kind of turn my head, aim and then turn my head away because I assume it's going to be quite loud and possibly splashy. And shoot them. And I rolled a 20. No, I'm sorry. I rolled a 7. So I got at least on that first shot, I got the 5th.
Nice.
And so, correct me if I'm wrong, it says number of attacks. It says 1, but then in a parentheses it's 3. That means I can do 3 per round.
What gun are you using?
The M1911, the 45. It's called the 45 automatic, I think, on the chart.
45 automatic. Okay. Yeah. So it does 1 3. Yeah, I think you can do up to 3.
I wasn't really sure.
Because the shotgun says 1 or 2. So I don't know what that means.
There's an asterisk on the top of the. I don't know if that might reveal it.
I'll look, but
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your damage for that though.
So it's D10, 4D10. What's the 5th?
Hold on, one sec. I screwed up again, and I lost it. So yours doesn't actually have a damage differentiation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're just always gonna do
Gotcha.
1d10 plus 2.
Is maybe... Oh, I thought maybe that has something to do with number of attacks.
I don't know. I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah. All right. So it is a 3 plus 2. It is a 5 for that first shot.
And you're shooting the one that's at you?
Right, yeah, right. The one I'm holding on to.
Okay. All right, cool. I'm going to say you can go ahead and roll another shot on this round.
2 hits. Hits. Just a regular success. Damage is 6 plus 2. So 8. So 8 plus, what was the other one? 4, I think? No. Maybe. I don't remember now.
Oh, okay. So this is how it works. You can shoot the same target. You basically can fire 3 times.
Okay.
On the same target.
Okay.
Cool. And you can, but you don't have to roll multiple times. You just use the one roll.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, that's what I would have decided to do. So
yeah, so if you want to use all 3 of those shots, you can shoot the same target if you want to roll the damage each time.
Yep. So the first one was a 3, so 5 plus 9. No, sorry. 5 plus, I rolled a 6, so 8. 5 plus 8 plus, ooh, wow, 9. So that was a lot of damage.
So 7. Yeah, you all of a sudden you feel it go limp in your arm.
Perforated.
Yeah, clearly. That leaves 3 of them still alive, and they all 3 run towards you. 2 of them are going to go after Bing because Bing took one out real quick, and then the other one's going to go after Andrew. So Bing,
stay alive.
Okay, they rolled a 27 for their attack, which is a success. You're going to take 6 points of damage. And the second one is that is a failure. So the other one swipes at you and misses. Andrew, the third one is going to go after you, and that one also fails. That brings us back to the start of the round. Everyone has already taken an action the first one, so anyone wants to go, let me know.
I will shoot the guy who slashed at me because he slashed me real hard.
Go for it.
Cool. I'm going to use my luck points to make a success, so you better wait.
I will do everything I can to make this work.
I don't even have to do it. Well, actually, I do because I got a 12, and I'm gonna use 2 points for my luck to bring it to 10.
All right.
He is so good with the shooty.
Yeah. So that's 4d6 again, right? To that guy.
All his anger training is paying off.
Yeah, he was really mad. His dad was really unfair.
Actually, no, you cannot. You fired your full ammunition last round.
Damn it, I have to load some. Can I taekwondo him in the face instead?
Yes, you can punch instead, but you cannot fire your gun. Yeah.
Okay, I will taekwondo him in the face. Keeping my low score, so at least I get 15. Well, it was so actually I'm gonna return back my luck points because I only needed a 15 for that.
Sure. Yeah. That's totally fine.
Back. So I'm gonna punch him I'm gonna taekwondo this guy in the face.
So it's gonna be 1d6 you're gonna roll, and just tell me the number.
Okay. That is a 6.
So that means you're gonna do 3 points of damage.
Oh
yeah. Do you have any damage?
Like
you should have a damage bonus, I believe, based off of your size. In the bottom right corner, do you see a thing that says damage bonus?
1d4.
Okay, roll a 1d4.
That is a 3.
So you do 6 points of damage to this guy.
Cool. Taekwondo, you in the face.
Nice.
That is your turn.
With all the shooting and everything like that, would it be safe to say Justine has found like a piece of metal or a glass bottle or something along those lines?
Sure.
Okay, so she's pulling out her book and she was reading about this one, which is pretty complicated math, but it's something called wither. I don't know. It seems to pull water out of things. But she uses it to like the glass bottle that's broken a bit to like slice open one of her fingers, and she is doing the equations on the floor in her own blood, and then she is beginning to say out the words which create resonance to draw the water to the conductor that is her blood, because it's math, to pull the water out of all 3 of these fish people.
Okay, so what I'm going to say is you're going to roll me an occult roll, and you're going to
Okay.
spend 1 magic point for this.
Okay.
And let me know the success. The effects will not take effect this round. But if you
okay.
if you succeed, it will happen next round.
Okay, so I spend a magic point for that, and then I'm rolling occult. Okay. All of her luck is probably going to go into this because she doesn't want to die and she wants her math to work. But let's see. My occult's high. I have a good chance of succeeding. He says as he rolls something that does not succeed. How much do I need? What is the difference? Is 14. I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to spend 14 luck points to bring that to a success, because I have no choice, but I'm going to do that. All right. Yeah, so I succeed. I spend 14 luck points on that. And yeah, I'm casting, well, sorry. I am mathing out the wither spell.
All right. Okay. Bingley attacked. Justine went. Andrew and Maureen. Miss Temple.
You can call me Miss Temple. Thank you.
Marion.
Yeah, Andrew can go first if he wishes.
Okay. So what's the state of? So this guy's down. What about the one that's just swung at me?
I mean, it's still alive. None
Still-
of them have died since.
Still sticking around. Okay. I imagine I would start walking. So it just swung and missed.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
in your face though.
Okay, I would start moving backwards as I was firing
Okay.
center of mass on that one. And so I've been reading through this, and I don't know if it matters too much or what have you. So apparently, because it is an impaling weapon,
Okay.
what a critical means is that the shot is maximum damage.
Oh, perfect.
But what it also means, because it's a handgun, is if I take more than 1 shot per round, I can take up to 3. But if I take more than 1, I have to use what's called a penalty die. But I don't know
okay.
what that means. So.
Hey, look, it's 9
Yeah,
o'clock.
yeah.
You're good.
All right. So, anyways, yeah, I will shoot. We'll take another 3 shots. Where's the? There they are. Oh, 53, which I think is just a regular success.
Okay.
And then it's 1d10 plus 2 per shot. 2, 3, 4 damage.
4 damage? Okay.
Yep, plus 6, so we're at 10. Plus 10, so we're at 20.
It's dead.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That just leaves you, Miss Temple.
So there's one engaged with Bingley right now, correct?
There are 2 engaged with Bingley, and those are the only 2 that are alive.
Right. Okay. Would it be possible? Are they focused on Bing?
Yes.
All right. So Marion is gonna see as close as she can get, because her plan would be to put the pistol right on one of the breathing apparatus thingies.
Ooh. Okay.
And shoot, because she's done. She has to find her husband. She's sick of this. They're slowing us down. And Justine's over there doing magic blatantly. So let's see. Okay, is just a regular. Okay, that's just a regular success.
Yeah. So this is the
that is
one
the
that
one.
Bing Lee was beating up and had hit. Roll your damage.
Perfect. Okay, and that's the one. What did I write down? It's 1d8. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's the right. 5.
And it blows off, and you see it grab the gills and the water thing, and it falls to the ground, starts kicking, and you can see that it's just like suffocating.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Where's my husband?
It is going to attack Bing. The last one is going to attempt to attack Bing with a 44, which is one below what it needed to succeed. So Bing, you're going to take an additional 6 points of damage.
I would like to make it clear now that Bing is on 1 point, just so you guys are all aware.
No, not the precious Bing.
Bing is HP is 1.
Oh no.
Yes, as long as you guys are aware of that.
It is
all kinds of messed up.
It is the start of the next round as you all start to see the water escape from the one that's alive and the other ones, and you see it just like you see them start to wither and just start to like suck in as all of the water from their body is being drained and being brought into this circle of symbols and math on the ground, and the last one falls over and just passes out.
It's all math. It's all math. It's all math.
Can Marion try
All
first
math.
aiding Bing?
Absolutely, but before you do that, I need you all to roll me another sanity roll as you see the deep ones transform back into their human form, but dead.
Oh, I failed,
Ugh.
which is quite on character.
Bing is dying, but completely sane.
I might need to spend luck points on this. Let me have a look.
You cannot spend luck points on sanity.
No, I've failed.
Andrew, take 12 points of sanity.
Sorted.
Justine,
Marion's oddly okay with this.
Justine, take 10.
Well, here's the thing. She looks. None of them are her husband, correct?
Correct.
That explains it then. She's very focused right now.
So you all look over this and you see what you have done. You see all of the horrific things that have happened to these people. And that is where we're going to end.
Ah!
Just like any good horror, you end not knowing what the truth is and not knowing what there really is behind all of this.
This is
I'll
a
point out
Damn you,
bullshit.
Jake!
that
You're the deep one!
that the music just randomly changed to the sound of thunder and lightning and rain starting to pour by itself. So, great. Good job, YouTube. Well done.
I would like to say that Marion looks off towards where the Hudson is, with a determined look in her eyes.
The information that you know is that these creatures have in fact been human before and have been turned into these not necessarily deep ones, but an amalgamation of these deep ones and humanoids.
Justine's horrified.
And these creatures, when you kill them and when you hurt them, you're hurting the human. Yeah.
And then we
There
have
you
to
go.
bring Lee to the hospital.
Yeah, and while Bingley is in the while Bingley is being brought to the hospital, Bingley is like, I think we can find some way to cure them. I just need to talk to my dad. He has like he has a lot of scientists working. I think we can do this. It's not a big deal, you guys. It's okay.
Marion's thinking about I can make a shape of water thing work.
I think like Justine would finally have broken a little bit after this and would probably start actually researching Cthulhu mythos stuff, because she's starting to think maybe it's not just math, maybe it's also something else. It's mostly math,
Andrew
but it's
Hogan.
also
Andrew Hogan turned in his
Bruh.
badge the very next day.
He went rogue.
The sanity was slipping. He could feel it. He knew it was coming.
I thank you all for inviting me again to
it
run
was
this.
so much fun.
I'm glad I got to torture you for 3 hours.
I want to keep playing.
Well, you know what? After this, we can talk about coming back and finishing up maybe with a second episode or something like that, depending on everyone's availability.
in
and all that.
classic-
Still got some sanity left.
In classic one-shot fashion.
Oh yeah, well, and honestly, Cthulhu is like one of the hardest too, because
Yeah.
the thing is with Cthulhu is like it's about long, drawn out time. It's about fear. It's about this, and it's so hard to be like, and there's Cthulhu behind the door.
Oh my gosh, it's Cthulhu.
Yeah, it's such a
I didn't know
difficult thing
Cthulhu
to
was
do.
voiced by Kermit, but
I knew
They are both green.
it's the only
yeah,
voice
true.
it ever could have been.
So yes, thank you all so much for inviting me over. Thank you for letting me torture you all. My name is Jake. You can reach me on Twitter at IndigoQT. You can also see content that I create on a channel called Q Times, where we produce tabletop RPG shows. Next coming year, we've got Changing the Dreaming. We've got plenty of Pathfinder games. We have a good and an evil Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign with different people playing in the same world, which is really fun.
Nice.
I'm also going to be running a Vampire the Masquerade game of all Thin Bloods. I'm also going to be running I'm going to run an all Thin Blood game.
Well,
If
I'm sorry,
anyone-
it's Cool Bloods, Jake.
Sorry, my bad.
Respect. Okay, that's all.
And then I'll also be running a space game where the theme and the idea of it is that you are people that have launched from Earth and you will never ever be home, and it is dealing with the emotional and mental standpoint of being able to leave the people behind to further human society, and
Nice.
knowing that you're going to be helping people that you will have never met. And so those are the 2 games I'm going to be running outside of my fantasy Pathfinder 2nd Edition games. But let's go
Very
around.
nice.
Let's go around and everyone say their stuff. I'm kind of hot in here, so let's start with Andrew.
It was fun. It was super cool to play the first Cthulhu game, but I don't have I got nothing. I'm just hanging out, having a good time.
All right, Marion.
Thank you. Hey, I'm Megan. This is super lots of fun. Find me on Twitter at QuaiNot, and that's where everything is. All the information will be there. No worries.
Bingley, I hope I was able to make your Cthulhu experience like at least somewhat enjoyable and not terrible or horrible or evil or messed up.
I just want to say that Bingley is going to appear in other stuff. He is one of my favorite characters ever.
Yes.
He is Himbo, Supreme. I love him so much. I love my boy. But
He's
you
lovely.
have made my Cthulhu experience much better. I've told the rest of the cast earlier that I've played Cthulhu only once, and I didn't really enjoy it because it was not very well done or whatever. So it's nice to look at this in a different way, in a different, I'm sure a lot of the stuff that I did probably would not be in a normal Cthulhu game, but still, I had a really great time.
You don't understand. I've played in 4 different Cthulhu campaigns. 2 of them I was a himbo and did so many of the same things that you did. Like trust me, what you did is on brand. So it's perfect.
Perfect. You can find me at Classical Glyza, or if you want to see wherever else, bio.link/Classical Glyza. Keep an eye out on Monday in January. I'm going to be part of an Urban Shadows game. There's going to be 2022 is insane. I have a stream every night. and that is I don't know how that happened. Wait, I actually do know how that happened because I can't say no to stuff, and I want to be in everything. So just keep an eye out. I'm doing something every night.
Nice. And
Brilliant.
the wonderful and magnificent Justine.
I had so much fun, Jake, and yeah, I can't wait to schedule to do this again and see what else Justine can do because it was great. And thank you so much to everyone that watched today. You know, like we had a hell of a lot of new follows. That was brilliant. I hope everyone has been following everyone's Twitter there that we've put there in the chat. And if you guys want to join us on our Discord, we would love to have you there. It's just been really, really wonderful. And yeah, Blood in the Bayou will be back on January 9th, I think. That'll be great. And yeah, our D&D game will be starting up here in January as well. Glyze is a part of that, so is Dom. It's going to be good. And yeah, if you like what we do, keep on watching because we love doing this, and it was just a really lovely way to finish out the year by having a one shot told by an excellent storyteller. So thank you, Jake.
Thank you all so
And
much.
thank you, Jake. Jake, thank you. It was terrifying. It was amazing.
Good night,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.